Shada Lahenu Lea Botenu, Abiama Yinska Babiako, Attack Wados, which Shemeka Quados, Shemeka Lama E. With Sham Rubene Israel El Shabbat La So El Shabbat Le Dolo Tambari Ola, Beni Bene Israel Oti Lola, Kisha Shekman Masa El Shaddai Wa Shemaim, where Ta'alis, Bayom Masbi, Shabbat Wa Nafash. Because it's a good thing to give thanks to the Lord and sing praise to thy name, O Most High. To show forth thy loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night. Upon the instrument, 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp with the solemn sound. For thou, Lord, hast made me glad through thy works. I will try from the works of thy hands. O Lord, I greater thy works and thy thoughts of every deed. A brutish man, Lord, not let the fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and all workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. Thou, Lord of Most High, forevermore. Lo thy enemies, O Lord, for lo thy enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shall I exalt like the horn of a wild ox. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eye also shall see my desire of my enemies, and my ears shall hear the desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. He shall flow like a cedar of Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the coast of our God. They shall still bring forth fruit with no age. They shall be fat and flourishing. Sure that the Lord is upright. He is my rock. There is no righteousness in him. Wa'yidaber Elohim.
Wa'yidaber Elohim.
Et kal hadebarim.
Et kal hadebarim.
Hallel lemor.
Hallel lemor.
Anoki El Shaddai Eloheka.
Anoki El Shaddai Eloheka.
Asher Hosetika.
Asher Hosetika.
Mi'eretz Mitzrayim.
Mi'eretz Mitzrayim.
Mibeit Abadim.
Mibeit Abadim.
Lo Yiyeh Leka.
Lo Yiyeh Leka.
Elohim Akerim.
Elohim Akerim.
Al Panad.
Al Panad.
Lo Ta'aseh Leka.
Lo Ta'aseh Leka.
Vesel.
Vesel.
Vekal Temuna.
Vekal Temuna.
Asher Bashamayim.
Asher Bashamayim.
Mima'al.
Mima'al.
Va'asher Ba'aretz.
Asher Ba'aretz.
Mitaka.
Mitaka.
Va'asher B'mayim.
Va'asher B'mayim.
Mitakat La'aretz.
Mitakat La'aretz.
Lo Tistaka Lahem.
Lo Tistaka Lahem.
V'lo Ta'avdem.
V'lo Ta'avdem.
Ki Anoki El Shaddai.
Ki Anoki El Shaddai.
Eloheka.
Eloheka.
El Kwana.
El Kwana.
Okweraom.
Okweraom.
Abot Al-Bani.
Abot Al-Bani.
Al-Shileshim.
Al-Shileshim.
Ve'al-Riveim.
Ve'al-Riveim.
Lesonai.
Lesonai.
Ve'oseh Kesed.
Ve'oseh Kesed.
La'alafim.
La'alafim.
Le'ohabai.
Le'ohabai.
Ul Shomrei.
Shomrei.
Mitzotai.
Mitzotai.
Lo Tisa.
Lo Tisa.
Et Shem.
Et Shem.
El Shaddai Eloheka.
El Shaddai Eloheka.
Lashau.
Lashau.
Kilo.
Kilo.
Inakwe.
Inakwe.
El Shaddai.
El Shaddai.
Et Asher.
Et Asher.
Isa.
Isa.
Et Shemo.
Et Shemo.
Lashau.
Lashau.
Zakor et Yom HaShabbat.
Zakor Yom HaShabbat.
Lekwadsho.
Lekwadsho.
Sheshet Yamin.
Sheshet Yamin.
Ta'abor.
Ta'abor.
V'asita.
V'asita.
Kal Melachteka.
Kal Melachteka.
V'yom Hashbi'i.
Yom Hashbi'i.
Shabbat la El Shaddai Eloheka.
Shabbat la El Shaddai Eloheka.
Lo Ta'aseh.
Lo Ta'aseh.
Kal Melaka.
Kal Melaka.
Ata.
Ata.
Ubinka.
Ubinka.
Ubiteka.
Ubiteka.
Abdeka.
Abdeka.
V'amaka.
Wa'amaka.
Ubhemteka.
Ubeteka.
V'girka.
V'girka.
Asher Bishareka.
Asher Bishareka.
Kisheshet Yamin.
Kisheshet Yamin.
Asa El Shaddai.
Asa El Shaddai.
Et Hashamayim.
Et Hashamayim.
Ve'et Haaretz.
Ve'et Haaretz.
Et Hayam.
Et Hayam.
Ve'et Kal Asher Ba.
Ve'et Kal Asher Ba.
Vayanak Bayom.
Vayanak Bayom.
Hashbi'i.
Hashbi'i.
Al King.
Al King.
Berak El Shaddai.
Berak El Shaddai.
Et Yom HaShabbat.
Et Yom HaShabbat.
Vayikwad Shehu.
Vayikwad Shehu.
Kabed e abika.
Kabed
Wa e imeka.
Wa'edimeka.
Lema'an ya'arikum.
Wa'emaninakum.
Yameka.
Yameka.
Al-Hadama.
Al-Hadama.
Asher El Shaddai.
Asher El Shaddai.
Eloheka.
Eloheka.
Lotin Lak.
Lotin Lak.
Lotin Chazak.
Lotin Zak.
Lotin Af.
Lotin Lak.
Lotin No.
Lotin No.
Lota Ane.
Lota Ane.
Bereaka El Shakwe.
Bereaka El Shakwe.
Lotak Mod.
Lotak Mo.
Beit Re'eka.
Beit Re'eka.
Lotak Mod.
Lotak Mo.
Eshet Re'eka.
Eshet Re'eka.
Wa Abdo.
Wa'abdo.
Wa Amato.
Wa'amato.
Wa Shoro.
Wishiro.
Wa Kamoro.
W'kamero.
Wa Kol Asher
W'kol Asher.
Re'eka.
Bere'eka.
First of all, I'd like to give all honor and praise to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the great mighty Vivek God, the Most High God, who bestows his loving kindness, possesses all things, who remembers the pious deeds of the patriarchs, the Most High, slow of anger, great in kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, who by no means clear the guilty, visiting iniquities of fathers upon children to the third and fourth generation. The Most High's work is perfect for all his ways of justice, a God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and right is he. You may be seated. Giving due respect and honor to a head in Israel, my father, chief of liaison, to the chief men, princes, mother in Israel, brothers and sisters, I say unto you the tongue of my forefathers, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom Lekah.
We're going to start off at Numbers 5. But before we start off at Numbers 5, I want to remind ourselves that we're being sifted. We are being sifted. God is sifting the nation. God is sifting us. The ones that have surnamed themselves after the name of Jacob, after Israel, we are going through a sift. And what do I mean by a sift? In Amos chapter 9, it speaks about a sift. He said, the Lord is his name. Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians? You know who were the Ethiopians? The Cushites, the Hamites, the sons of Ham. Those was those Canaanites that God commanded us to run through and wipe them out. Right? God has compared the nation to these people. God looked at us and said, we the same just like these people. Just like today. We refuse to take on the ways of God. We refuse to take on his ways and his customs and his traditions. We refuse to adhere and take heed to his laws and his commandments. And we want to mix and mingle paganism, idolatry, with the ways and the customs of God. So God said, we just like these people. There's no difference between an Israelite and an American. We look the same. We eat this. We do everything the same. Our thinking pattern is the same. The way you view certain things is the same way the nations view it. When there's a certain way that we should be thinking to be accepted by God. God said we just like the Ethiopians. He said, saith the Lord, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt? Sometimes you got to remind a person the good that you did for them, because we always tend to forget. That's right. We tend to forget what good that a person did for you. We tend to forget about the good that God did for us. And the only thing God is asking for us to do is to repay him back with what? With obedience. He said, pay him back with obedience. By obeying and hearkening to his laws. That's all God wants, is to hearken and fulfill these laws, commandments, and statutes. And we can't do that. We want God to accept us the way we are. No. There's an order that comes with being accepted by God. There's a certain manner that comes with being accepted by God. He said, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Caphtor, and the Syrians from Ker? Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom. God is watching. Look, you think God ain't watching us? God is watching us according to our ways. God is watching us according to what we have in us. Because whatever you have in you, it tends to come out. And it shows in your actions. It shows in your thoughts. It shows in your speech. What you got in you, you will emanate. So now we must begin to change from within. We have to change from within. The outside is easy to change and flip. It's easy to put on a robe and a garment and put these things on and look the part. But have you changed from inside? Did you change your inside? Did you change your heart? Did you change your thinking pattern? Can you change those things? Because when we don't work on those things, then it emanates in our actions. It emanates and it shows in our actions. He said, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. Right? Okay. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. God going to keep his covenant. God going to keep his agreement. He said, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Right now, at this point in time, the situation that we are in, there's no guarantee. The house of Jacob is not all black people.
Say it again, brother.
Some of us black people are strange and foreigners.
Say it again, brother.
Some of us black people are Hamites. Some of us black, so-called black people are not the house of Jacob.
That's right.
So we can't go according to color. We can't go according to your complexion. Talking about this is a black nation. No, this is not a black nation. We are mingled up. We are mingled up, man. He said, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel from among the nations. Now, what does that word sift means? That word sift. It says the word sift in the Hebrew is hani oti. Hani oti. It means to waver, to sway, to waver, to sway, to fluctuate. So how do we know if we are in the sift? How do we know if we are in the sift? According to these definitions, right? To waver means to fluctuate or to shift back and forth in your opinions, to fluctuate or to shift back and forth in your allegiance, to fluctuate or to shift back and forth in your direction, to fluctuate or to shift back and forth in your choices. So when you find yourself fluctuating with God, being hot and cold, in and out, get yourself out of that position. You got to remain on a hot track with God in order to be accepted by God, in order to make sure that you are not being sifted by God. We can't be in and out with God. I can't be in and out with my parents. Today I honor them, but tomorrow I'm gonna tell my father and my mother to go to hell. Right. No, you're shifting and you're fluctuating between opinions and choices in life. That's how you know you're in the sift. Let's go to Numbers 15. Numbers chapter 15. Yes. See, we have no reason to be shifting and wavering in our mindset and our will and our feeling. We have no time to be wavering. Go ahead, Tomshi.
Numbers chapter 15.
Numbers chapter 15.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Speak
unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be coming to the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, or a sacrifice in performing a vow. Or,
Okay, a burnt offering. Huh? Numbers 5, right? No, 5. Numbers chapter 5.
Numbers chapter 5.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Uh-huh.
Command the children of Israel
Command the children of Israel
that they put out
of
of the
the
camp
camp
every leper,
and
and every
Go
one
ahead. And everyone
that hath the issue.
that had an issue. Okay. Leper, zarua, leprosy, is a chronic infection or disease caused by a type of bacteria. Mycobacterium leprae is a bacteria that causes leprosy. It's a chronic infectious disease that affects the skin, peripheral nerves, eyes, and lining of the nose, which can only survive inside the cell. All these years, I thought eczema was a form of leprosy, but it's not. Because if you get leprosy, it eats away. It eats away, and it eats away in your flesh, and you begin to consume and lose limbs. You can lose limbs having leprosy.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, you can lose limbs, you can lose your sight, you can lose a lot of things having that leprosy. Go ahead, Tom C.
And whosoever is defiled by the day.
Whosoever is defiled by the day.
Verse 3. Both male and female shall you put.
Command the children of Israel that they put out of the camp every leper, everyone that had an issue. The word for issue is zab. What is a zab? A zab is a person afflicted with gonorrhea, STD, things that causes you to leak, boils. Okay, these are things that causes you to leak. So when your body begins to leak, you have an issue. You are unclean. If you sit or lie on anything, whatever you sit on and lie on becomes unclean. If I sit in that chair, I become unclean. Or if I lay in that chair, lay in that bed, I become unclean. Go ahead, read.
And whosoever is defiled by the day, both male and female shall you put out. Without the camp shall you put them, that they defile not their camps, in the midst whereof I dwell. And the children of Israel did so, and put them out without the camp. As the Lord spake unto Moses, so did the children of Israel. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
When a man or a woman shall commit any sin that men commit.
When a man or a woman shall commit any sin that man commit. It means to incur guilt upon. To incur guilt upon means what? That you become responsible for your faults. Right? And when you are responsible for your faults or for your wrongdoing or for your iniquities, it means what? If you begin to incur the displeasure of God. Incurring the displeasure of God, meaning to experience God's disapproval or anger by consequences of your iniquities. So when we violate a law, when we violate commandments, and things happen to us, know for sure that it's for something that we've done in our lives. It's something that we have done that is contrary from what God said. So therefore, we get punished. There's consequences that happen. It also means moral evil. Moral evil is the evil caused by intentional choices of people that are wrong towards others. Nobody forced you to violate this brother or to violate this sister. When we violate each other, guess what it shows? That your morality, your morals, you have no morals. When I violate you, it shows that I have no morals. When you violate me, or when you violate me, it shows that you have no morals. Right? Sin corrupts the human nature, which causes people to be inherently flawed. You know what inherently flawed means? Your children that you have, the evil that you have in you gets passed down to your kids. I said the evil, because we are corrupt by nature, we pass this corruption on to our kids. So therefore, It's my job, it's your job, it's our job to clean up before God so that my iniquities won't get passed down to my children, to my kids. Again, sin corrupts human nature, which causes people or children to be inherently flawed and inclined towards wrongdoings due to the effects of sin, which leads to selfishness. We begin to get inclined towards evil. We begin to get inclined towards wickedness because of the effects of iniquities, which leads to selfishness. You cannot serve God being selfish. If you are selfish, you will violate the commandments of God. Because the laws is concerning our neighbors, concerning each other. How I should deal with you and how you should deal with me. So when I am selfish, I'm not considering nobody else but myself. That person can't serve God. This way of life is about consideration. In Isaiah chapter 1, he said, my people do not consider. We don't consider each other at all. I don't consider you and you don't consider me. But we talking about blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. We don't consider each other, man. I'm supposed to feel for you and you're supposed to feel for me. And if you don't feel that way, then work yourself up to that.
That's right.
Put yourself in that position. Work up to that. Because we're coming from a dirty track. Our track. Our what?
Track record.
Your track record is filthy.
Yeah.
I said our track record is filthy. Stop walking around here like we ain't nothing before the eyes of God, man. I said our track record is filthy. My father and my father's father and my father's father going all the way back. Got to think on those things, man, and use those things to correct yourself before God. Use that to maintain that guilty conscience. It says, which leads to selfishness. You begin to rebel against God. See, that's the beginning of rebellion against God. Being selfish. Why? Because a selfish monkey ain't gonna care about God's law. I don't care about how God feels if I violate this commandment. I don't care about what God thinks about me if I move this way. We don't think about these things. All I think about is satisfying myself. And when we think like that, when we had those type of mentality, you cannot serve God.
That's right.
You can't serve God. It's a tendency to choose evil over good. It leads to a distorted understanding of oneself and others. A distorted understanding of oneself and of others. You know what that is?
Distorted.
I start formulating ideas about you. Huh? And I don't even know you. He said with a diminished capacity, as we begin to become selfish, with a diminished capacity to do good. Your capacity to do good begins to lessen, begins to decrease. I say your capacity to do that which is lawful and right begins to decrease. Huh? Listen, man. I said your capacity to do good. We have good in us. We all have good in us. We all have evil in us. And according to your lifestyle, tells me whether you have strengthened the good in you or you have weakened it. You can weaken yourself and you can strengthen yourself. All according to your lifestyle. It said this corruption affects the mind. Sin corrupts your mind. Sin corrupts your thoughts. Huh? The mind. your will, your emotions. Those things begin to corrupt, to be corrupted. Tamshi.
Speak unto the children of Israel, when a man or woman shall commit any sin that a man commit, to do a trespass against the Lord, and that
to
person
do a trespass against God. The word for trespass is ma'al. Ma'al, a trespass against God, is an act of sin or transgression that violates God's laws or commandments. It implies crossing a boundary or a limit. There's boundaries in life. There's limits and boundaries in life that God set. God set these boundaries. What you said? That's why it's a trespass. That's why it's a trespass. Because we done crossed the limit. God set a boundary. And he gave us laws, commandments, and statutes, and commanded us of the laws, commanded us and told us the things that we can do, the things that we shouldn't do, how we should think, how we shouldn't think. And we cross those boundaries and disregard the commandments of God. Disregard the Creator. Go ahead, Tamshi.
to do a trespass against the Lord, and that person be guilty.
To do a trespass against God, and that person be guilty. The word guilty is asham. Asham, it means deserving blame. You're not going to feel guilty if you ain't sorrowful. In order to feel guilt, you have to be sorrowful for your actions. And if I'm not sorrowful for what I've done, then I'm not going to feel no guilt. I will do a person wrong and not feel no guilt. Guilt is what causes a person to make corrections. And if I don't feel no guilt, then I'm not going to make amends. I'm not going to make amends to man or God because I don't feel guilt. When we fast and we pick up a fast, the reason for picking up a fast, and it's not Yom Kippur, is because you should be feeling guilt of your wrongdoings. That is the cause of us fasting and setting up prayers and afflicting your souls, because I feel guilt of the iniquities that I have committed before God. I feel guilt that I have offended God, so I pick up a fast. The position that we are in today, we need to pick up more fast, more fasting. We need to stop waiting for Yom Kippur, because you may not live until Yom Kippur. And there ain't no guarantee that those iniquities is going anywhere. Why? Because the order of the Yom Kippur, we need a high priest. We need an officiating high priest that is consecrated to make these atonements, to confess these iniquities upon the head of the scapegoat. And then the scapegoat is let loose by a fit man into the wilderness. We are just hoping that God has forgiven us, because we ain't changed. Every year, Yom Kippur comes by, and we fast and fast and fast, but no changes. We remain the same. The same brothers continue to eat blood. The same brothers continue to bald their heads. The same brothers continue to profane and desecrate the Shabbat. This one continue to put on mingled clothes like God said not to wear. Nobody washes when they get unclean. What law are we doing? Nobody have on frontlet and bracelet. The only thing we want to do is put on fringes, and we not doing that right. It's because it says pitil tekelet. Pitil is a thread. Tekelet is blue. That's a thread of blue. But you look around, and brothers got blue fringes on. But in the Hebrew, it says a thread of blue. Then you look at the Persian fringes, there's no corners. Comfort, arba, 4 corners. So we ain't doing nothing, man. doing nothing to grab the attention of God. Where you think you're going? Where you think you're going? You think you want to be saved? Because I know God?
No.
Then you got brothers when the person died, oh, he was a good brother. A good brother where?
Where?
He was good according to your standards. But is he good according to the standards of God?
That's right.
That's where we channel and organize who's good and who ain't good.
That's right.
Good according to the standards of God. Good according to the standards that God said is good. Evil according to the standards that God said is evil. You know, when people start doing these things, then you will begin to agree with God. You have not agreed with God yet because you keep calling evil good and good evil. You keep doing the opposite.
Yeah.
You don't agree with God and the standards that God set in his book. You violate the law. Don't tell me I violated the law and they ain't in the book. Don't tell me I'm evil and what I've done is not shown to me in the book. Yeah. What's wrong with us, man? Oh, you evil. Okay, brother, he's evil. What'd he do? After he ran down everything that he did, I said, well, I don't see a violation where God said it's wrong.
That's right.
So that man is not wrong.
That's right.
And that's how I channel who's good and who's evil.
That's right.
According to what God said, what's good and what's evil.
Yeah.
Why? Because we need to acquire the mindset of God.
Yeah.
You have to think like God.
Yeah, monkey.
You hear me? I said we have to train ourselves to think like God.
Yeah,
Did God command us to be holy?
that's right.
He said, thou shalt be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Set yourself apart. Stop mixing and dealing with people and dealing with things that has no dealings with God.
Yeah.
You got to learn to separate yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I may have to deal with certain things, but after that, I pull away.
Yeah.
Because we're in a society where we can't pull away 100%. I may have to do a couple dealings with heathens and people that don't serve God because of the situation and predicament that we are in. But after I fill in my dealings, guess what? It's time to back up. No, I ain't got to go to the lounge with you, monkey.
To what?
Lounge. I'm not sitting with you at the lounge.
That's right. I'm different.
No, I ain't sitting with you at the lounge. Because King David said, I will not sit with the wicked. So what am I doing? Sitting and doing things with wicked people that I don't have to do. That's the heights of righteousness, man. See, there's levels in righteousness. I said there's levels in righteousness. As you increase in righteousness, then your the things that you accept becomes greater. Becomes greater. Guilt. Guilty is what? Culpable of or responsible for your wrongdoings. Which means we must be responsible for your actions. Be straight up. Yeah, I did this, I messed up. Then and only then I can see my faults and get better with God. If I don't see my faults, I can't make amends.
Right.
I have to see where I went wrong at. We ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. We are all flawed. And you making a mistake or an error in life doesn't make you a bad person. No, it don't. You know what makes you a bad person? When you don't correct it.
That's right. When
you continue to live in that fault. When you continue to live in that error. In that iniquity. Adam showed guilt. I said Adam showed guilt. Adam showed that he was guilty when he hid from God. Huh? He wasn't boisterous and bold. After he done knew, he realized that, wow, I messed up. I went and partook of this tree that's in the midst of the garden, and God done commanded me not to eat from it. And now I am aware. Now I have an open general view. Now I have an eye for both sides. And when he heard the Spirit of God in the garden, he hid himself. Because he was that bold. Because he knew. God called him. He said, I hid myself because I was naked, Lord. I was naked. God said, how you know you was naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from? He said, well, the woman that you gave me, she gave me a tree and I did eat. He only admitted it. And he gave the truth. And he told the truth. He didn't pass the buck. People look and tell Adam passed the buck. Why he didn't fess up? Pass the buck. He did fess up to it. But he also told the truth. This woman gave me of the tree. Notice and realize that she was put on first. She got put on first, man. She got put on first.
Then they shall confess their sin.
Then they shall confess their iniquities. To confess. Hit wadu. It means to confess. When we confess, right, it means to admit your fault without rebuttal. Why do we claim to admit our wrong, but we rebuttal? We give a lot of rebuttals. We give and, ifs. We give a lot of excuses. You're basically not admitting to the wrong that you have done. People say, excuse me. People say, sorry, I'm very sorry. But they put a but to it. You ain't sorry. There's no buts. There's no ands. Recognize your faults when you have done wrong by God. Recognize your faults.
Then they shall confess their sin which they have done. And he shall recompense his trespass with the principal thereof, and add unto it the fifth part thereof, and give it unto him against whom he had trespassed. But if the man have no kinsman to recompense the trespass unto, let the trespass be recompensed unto the Lord, even to the priest, beside the ram of the atonement, whereby an atonement shall be made for him. And every offering of all the holy things of the children of Israel, which they bring unto the priest, shall be his. And every man's hallowed thing shall be his. Whatsoever any man giveth the priest, it shall be his. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside, and commit a trespass,
the Hebrew word for go aside is tishte. It means to turn aside. It means to be unfaithful. Okay? What does turn aside mean? Turn aside means to go in another direction. To be unfaithful to. To go in another direction means that you are walking in a path that I didn't show you. That's called being unfaithful to your husband. Just like we have been unfaithful to God. When we have chose gods of wood and stone and walked in manners and customs that is not written in the book. Okay? So now, no. Where we at? Read that verse over.
Numbers 5, verse 12. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally.
Okay, I will turn aside to go in another direction, unfaithful to. Now, what does it mean to be unfaithful? Unfaithful, not adhering to vows, not adhering to allegiance, duty, untrue to personal obligations. Now, what are your vows? What are your allegiance? What are your duty? Do we know that there are certain things, personal obligations that you are supposed to be fulfilling towards your husband? Just like there are obligations that a man should be feeling towards his wife. We are both obligated. We both have obligations towards each other. So when I back off from my obligations, yeah, I'm a treacherous man. I've been treating treacherously against my wife. And when you back up from your obligations, you are dealing treacherously with your husband. And then in return, to clean all that up, we have been treacherous against God because these laws, see, we can't honor God if we can't honor the things that God gave us to honor.
Right.
God done told us to honor certain things here.
That's right.
And we can't honor the things that God said to honor. What makes you think you're going to honor God? You're going to be treacherous against God. You're going to be unfaithful to God because you are unfaithful to what God said you need to be faithful to here.
That's right. That's right.
Huh? Now, what is duty? Your duty is to uphold moral and legal obligations.
Uh-oh.
I said moral and legal obligations. What are legal obligations? What are moral obligations? Legal obligations is a responsibility to perform specific actions and refrain from certain actions. Huh? And because we don't have handmaids, us as men, guess what? We don't have handmaids today. So a man may have to help out with his wife because he ain't got no handmaid. I got to help out because I'm the only one here. That don't make me a henpeck or a punk. I got to help her out. She by herself. She got 6 kids. I want to leave the house and leave her to herself with 6 kids. Nah, man. No. Moral obligations is a responsibility based on your ethical principles. I said it's a responsibility based on your ethical principles what a person feels they should do based on their own conscience, considering what is right and wrong, considering what is right and just. So according to your conscience, considering what is right or wrong, that will keep me from doing certain things. That will keep me from doing things.
Uh-huh.
Because you're basing the things, your actions, according to how you think, according to what you say is right or wrong. Tom Sheep.
Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally,
and the man lie with her carnally,
and it be hid from the eyes of her husband,
and it be hid from the eyes of her husband,
and be kept close,
and it be kept close,
and she be defiled, there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the man, and the spirit of jealousy come upon her. Wait a minute.
We walk around and say Raquel was jealous of Leah. No, she wasn't. She envied Leah. She wasn't jealous of her to where, because if she was jealous of her, it would have been a problem for her to give Jacob her maid. She didn't mind giving her maid service because she couldn't conceive. And the whole object of the game was to get children from this man. So I couldn't conceive. So I went and grabbed my handmaid and gave them to Jacob. He said, Jacob, go into my handmaid so that I may receive seed through her. So she was not jealous over Leah, because jealousy, again, is a manly trait. It is a manly trait. It claims ownership. Because a man has possession. God has a possession. God would be jealous. Nowhere in the book you read where a woman got jealous. And if you did, read it in the Hebrew and you'll see. Raquel was envious of her sister because she was conceiving and she wasn't. And she wasn't. Go ahead, read.
And the spirit of jealousy came upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled.
See, all these things are ways and customs that we need to get rid of within ourselves. heathenistic ways and customs that we need to get rid of ourselves to take heed to these laws, commandments, and statutes. Go ahead, read.
Then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest.
Then shall the man bring his wife to the priest.
And he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon. For it is an offering of jealousy,
it's an offering
of memorial.
An offering of memorial.
Bringing iniquity
to remembrance. That's what zikaron means, a remembrance. Right? Iniquity, aon. Iniquity is a Latin word meaning not just or equal, not fair, lacking moral principles, perversity, depravity. Depravity is inborn corruption or corruption existing within ourselves. We all have corruption that's in us. You know what it is? The corruption that lies within us is the evil that is in us that causes us to move or to live or to go against what God says. Anytime we go against what God says, you have corruption in you. That's the corruption that we have in us, to go against what God said. Corruption of human nature is inherited inclination of humanity towards sin. I say inherited inclination of humanity towards sin. All humans. Everybody is corrupt. That's why God gave us these laws, so we could clean up. We are all corrupted. When you don't agree with certain laws and you sit down and buck within your spirit about certain laws, you don't show your corruption and show it, but it's in here. I don't know what. Look, my uncle said, you got all these people sitting in here and everybody laughing and looking pleasant. He said, but you don't know what they're thinking. I said, you don't know what they're thinking. I said, only God knows. And you know. So stop fronting and being a hypocrite and being an imposter to God and man. That's the problem. Our forefathers wasn't hypocrites. How they felt about you, they'll come to you and say, listen, man, I hate you. Because every time you prophesy, your prophecy do me evil. It's like it's against me. That's why I hate you. And they tell you why they hate you. Not us. Come they shalom, brother. I love you, man. He don't love you. The man got an evil bone in his body for you, but he won't tell you. We are hypocrites. I agree with God. I want to do the law. I'm doing this, but you're back and forth. I agree with this, but I don't agree with that. I agree with this, but I don't agree with that. You must train yourself to agree with the whole book. Whether you like it or not, you have to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am an evil bastard, and I disagree with the laws of God. I said, I disagree with God's law. I don't like this. I don't like the other. Lord God, please help me to agree with your laws. That's called what? Recognizing. Recognizing that you're an evil sucker and you need help. We all need help. Everybody need help. I need help too. You think there ain't no laws here that my spirit just, I'll be bucking naturally? I said, we gonna buck naturally, man. So are you able to take yourself off that? No, not that. Are you able to recognize? Are you able to recognize that and pinpoint it and fix it? Make yourself agree with it. You feel your body start shivering, because it didn't sit down. Lord come up, the arms start moving involuntarily. Going to sit down, Lord come up, arms start twitching. I must have hit a nerve. I saw an involuntary movement. The nerve just switched. Next thing, the chick started to jump. Oh yeah, I'm hitting the nerve now. Involuntary movement starts to happen. Why? Because the law is being expounded and your spirit can't accept it.
Or just get real quiet and reserved.
Yeah. Or you get real quiet and reserved and angry. These are God's laws. Don't get angry at the speaker. The speaker is the deliverer. He's delivering the word of God. Go ahead, read it. Where we at?
The priest, Numbers 5, verse 17.
Okay, hold up. Corruption of human nature is inherited inclination of humanity towards sin and moral decay. These are flaws within the human nature that leads individuals to commit wrong actions and deviate from moral standards. Perversity is contrary to accepted standards of God. Deliberate desire to behave in an unreasonable or unacceptable way. Willful tendency to go against God. Perversion is a form of human behavior which deviates from what God accepts. I said perversion is a form of human behavior which deviates from what God accepts. So anytime we have a problem accepting what God said, you're a pervert. You're a pervert. Because only perverts is contrary. Only perverts is opposite, and they deviate from what God says. So now what happened now? In Deuteronomy 24 with the curses, he said, curse. He said, curse be all them that what? That do not confirm all the words of this law. You know what confirm means? Confirm means to accept. Cursed be all them that do not accept all these laws. So when I don't accept these laws, when I accept some and disagree with some, you're cursed. God said you're cursed. Train yourself to accept what God accepts. Train yourself to disagree and hate the things that God disagree and hate. Tom sheep.
Verse 17. And the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel. And of the dust that
and the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel. How do we get holy water? So when Reverend Porkchop take your baby, talking about he's baptizing them in holy water, that water ain't holy. What makes the water holy? Anybody know? You need an altar. You need an altar. Because anything that touches the altar is holy. The ashes and the dust that's around the altar is holy. You better not get caught sweeping those ashes and the dust that's around that. Because that dust is used for the jealousy offering, for that bitter water. They take some of that dust, they put it in the holy water, and you won't drink it. Oh no, that's dead. You won't drink it. Go ahead, read.
And of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take and put it into the water. The priest shall set the woman before the Lord and uncover the woman's head.
Uncover the woman's head.
And put the offering of memorial in her hand. Which is the jealousy offering. And the priest shall wave in his hand the bitter water. That causeth the curse.
Read.
The priest shall charge her by an oath. And say unto the woman, if no man have lain with thee.
If no man had lain with thee.
And if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness.
And you have not gone aside to uncleanness with another.
Instead of thy husband.
Be
thou free from this bitter water.
Be thou free from this bitter water which causeth the curse. He said, if you didn't go aside and cohabitate with another man besides your husband, then you're free. Then you're free from this bitter water and this curse. But if you went aside and cohabitated with another man besides your husband, go ahead, read.
But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, if some man have lain with thee beside thine husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people. When the Lord doth make thy thigh to rot and thy belly to swell. And this water that causeth the curse shall go into thy bowels, to make thy belly to swell and thy thigh to rot. And the woman shall say, so be it, so be it. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and he shall blot them out with the bitter water. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causeth the curse, and the water that causeth the curse shall enter into her and become bitter. Then the priest shall take the jealousy offering out of the woman's hand, and shall wave the offering before the Lord, and offer it upon the altar. And the priest shall take a handful of the offering, even the memorial thereof, and burn it upon the altar. And afterwards shall cause the woman to drink the water. And when he hath made her to drink the water, then it shall come to pass that if she be defiled,
look what happens.
And have done trespass
against her husband,
that the water that causeth the curse, shall enter into her, and become bitter. And her belly shall swell, and her thighs shall rot. And the woman shall be accursed among her people. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free and shall conceive seed. This is the law of jealousies, when a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled, or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon them.
Go to Genesis 38. He said, go to Genesis chapter 38. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free and shall conceive. She said, if she's innocent from this, then she gonna conceive. Just from this. She gonna conceive. Right? This is the law of jealousies. When a wife goes aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled, or when the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before the Lord, and the priest shall execute upon her all the laws. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity. You hear the key? Why it says the man shall be guiltless from iniquity? Because I'm charging my woman and I'm accusing my woman of sleeping around. And it may not be true. The Hebrew word for guiltless is nakwa. It means to be free from fault. Without guilt. Without guilt means being free from feeling blame, remorse, or responsibility for wrongdoing. It implies the absence of regrets for one's actions or decisions. He said that man should be free from guilt. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and this woman shall bear her iniquity. Time sheet, Genesis chapter 38.
And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adullamite, whose name was Hira. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua. And she took her and went in unto her. And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan.
So Judah went to a certain Adullamite, whose name was Shua, right? And what happened?
And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. And she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shelah.
So she had 3 sons for Judah. Right? Go ahead.
And he was at Kesed when she bare him. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him.
But did it say anything that did? Did it tell you any detail that did? Did do anything? No. No, ain't do anything. God's tried his heart. The wickedness that God saw, it was in him. And because of this evil that God saw in he killed him. It's the same instance with Cain. Abel was in favor with God, but Cain wasn't in good favor with God. God looked at Cain and said, if you do well, if you improve, I will exalt you. She said, but if you don't improve, sin lies at the door. Sin lies at the door. So was wicked in the eyes of God. He was evil. God killed him. Go ahead, read.
And Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife and marry her.
Okay. He said, go into your brother's wife and marry her. Right? The Hebrew word for marry is yod beit mimsofi, yeben. Right? It means to perform levirate marriage. Levirate marriage is a custom. Later became laws. See, a lot of our forefathers in Genesis had natural customs that later on became laws, man. These men, look, that's why you think God spoke so highly of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because they had ways and customs in them that God made later on down the line became laws, became statutes because of their ways, because of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's ways. When you read in the Apocrypha, it says that those three men, there was no iniquity found in those three men. There was no iniquity found in them. It said became a custom later became laws, where a widow marries her deceased husband's brother. It was a custom. Now, the only way this happens, the brothers have to be living together. One brother died without a son. It's the next brother in line job to go in to his brother's wife, raise up seed, and name that child after his dead brother to continue his lineage. Right? Husband, brother, this practice often found in patriarchal society.
Patriarchs.
You know what patriarch is, man? The trendsetters. Look, which brings about a patriarchal mindset. Refers to a system of beliefs and values. Their beliefs, Abraham's beliefs and values, was later on established through the law, through the history. That favors men, values that favors men, and prioritize male authority, dominance. This practice ensures the widow continues support and protection within the family. I said this, see, God don't explain all that. But the reason why God set it up that way is for that woman to continue to be protected and not to be alone. Her husband is dead and she ain't got no seed. So now she's on her own now. So the only way that we come with that family is by causing the next brother to go into her, raise up seed for your dead brother. Now that's the connection. Now she's joined. While also continuing the deceased husband's lineage, particularly if he died without a male heir. Time sheet.
And Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife and marry her, raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan
go into thy brother's wife and marry her. But they didn't go through no ceremony. They didn't go through no dropping rice and none of that. They didn't go through none of that. Because to go through that, those was Roman culture. Roman and Greek culture. When you penetrated a woman, according to what God said, you're married. Now, when I penetrate or cohabitate with this woman, I have to make sure I have somewhere to put her. I got to be able to take care of her. I got to be able to provide, protect, support. I got to be able to do these things for her. So therefore, I'm not going to be cohabitating with no woman that I am not able to support or provide for. And we got to take that serious, man, because God said it's serious. These are serious things. Time sheet.
And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass when he went in unto his brother's wife that he spilled it on the ground.
He spilled it fell on the ground. Shakat, he corrupted it. He destroyed it. Why did he spill that seed on the ground?
Lest that he should give seed.
Why did he spill the seed on the ground? Lest he should raise up seed for his dead brother. So now, Onan, with a selfish mindset, knew that the seed was not going to be his. So therefore, when he was about to, he pulled out and spilled the seed of copulation on the ground. You can't serve God being selfish. Because if you're selfish, then you're going to continuously be thinking about yourself. You're not going to think about others. You're not going to have a mindset towards others. Go ahead. Oh, read.
And the thing which he did displeased the Lord. Wherefore he slew him also. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow as thy father.
Displeased the Lord. The things that he did was evil in the eyes of God. There are certain things that we do in life that God look at us and say they're evil. Because it doesn't coincide. It contradicts and it's contrary from the ways of God. Go ahead, read.
Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father's house.
Remain a widow at thy father's house.
Till Shelah, my son, be grown.
Till Shelah, my son, be grown.
Well, he said, lest peradventure he die also.
Because he don't know. I don't know this man's mindset, how he's going to react, what he's going to do. I hope he do the right thing. Tom C.
Lest peradventure he die also as his brethren did.
Tom C.
And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. And in the process of time, the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died. And Judah was comforted.
In the process of time, years went by. He said Judah's wife died.
And Judah was comforted.
And Judah was comforted. He was consoled. To console means what? To comfort someone at a time of grief or disappointment. He was grieving. His wife just passed, man. Now, go ahead.
And went up unto a sheep shearers to Timnah.
Now, during sheep shearing, it was a cultural event, right? Often associated with feasting and celebration, and marked the end of a season and the harvest of wool, often leading to feast and gathering. So when they sheep sheared, during sheep shearing time, it was a celebration. It was a big masiba. It was a big feast. Go ahead.
And he and his friend Hirah the Adullamite. And it was told Tamar, saying, behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnah to shear his sheep. And she put her widow's garments from Orpah and covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in an open place.
She took her widow's garment of Orpah. What verse is that?
Verse 14.
She took her widow's garment of Orpah. Read.
And wrapped herself.
And she wrapped herself.
And covered her with a veil.
Covered herself with a veil.
In an open place.
And sat in an open place. What is an open place? You know what the open place is? The entrance.
The doorway.
The doorway.
Where people pass through.
Where people pass through. Where you can be noticed at.
Where you could be noticed.
She wanted to be noticed.
Yeah.
Because she has taken off her widow's apparel, put on and wrapped herself to be noticed by men. But her job was only to get Judah. You know what a wrap is? They call that saris. They'll take the material and they'll wrap it around. I see my wrap it. Wrap it, and tuck it. And the way you wrap it, no matter what you do, you can walk, you can dance, it's not coming off. It's not going to wrap it because you know how to wrap it. The same way with a turban. If you don't know how to wrap that turban and where to lock it, it's going to unravel. It's not going to sit right. Now, you can wrap a sari loose, and you can wrap a sari tight to where it shows your figure. But the reason why he didn't notice if it was Tamar was because she wore a veil. And that tells you right there that she ain't come out her clothes. All she did was meet Judah, kept that veil on. He went in, cohabitated with her, and that was it. That was the job. That was her mindset, to get a seed. And she didn't have to go back. See, our forefathers so blessed, they ain't got to keep cohabitating for 6 years.
Yeah, I'm trying to get baby.
Been trying to have a baby for 6 years. What? 6 years? Something's wrong with you. You need some sea moss. You need to build something up. Because our forefathers ain't had that problem. Once they cohabitated, it was a fact. It was a known fact. She's conceiving. Either or. Either something's wrong with him, or God doesn't make her barren, or both. But they didn't have that problem, man. How she?
Well, she saw that Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife.
She saw that Shelah was grown, and what?
And Shelah was not given unto her.
She wasn't given unto her to wife. Read.
And when Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot.
He thought her to be a harlot.
Because she had covered her face.
Now, harlots did not come from out of the nation. It was against the law to profane your daughter and cause her to be a harlot. All the harlots came from foreign nations. And if the woman is a harlot, guess who made her a harlot? You did. She didn't make herself a whore. You made herself. You did that to her. You did it to her.
You went to her.
Yes. Tom sheet.
When Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot because she covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way. And said, Go to, I pray thee.
Go to, I pray thee.
Let me come in unto thee.
Let me come in unto thee.
For he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law.
He didn't know she was his daughter-in-law. Tom sheet.
And she said, What wilt thou give me that thou mayest come in unto me? And he said, I will send thee a kid from the flock.
I'll send you a kid from the flock.
Wilt thou give me a pledge till thou send it? And he said, What pledge shall I give thee? And she said, Thy signet, thy bracelet, and thy staff that is in thine hand.
You hear this, man? A pledge is a thing that is given as security for the fulfillment of a payment. So when you come to borrow or when you want something, you always gave a pledge. You can't come for information or for a payment or for anything without giving something up. Those are godly ways. Those are godly ways, man. People come
you do me a favor?
With nothing.
Thank you.
The time sheet.
And came in unto her, and she conceived by him. And she arose and went away and laid by her veil from her. And put on the garments of her widow. Put on the garments of her widowhood. And Judah sent the kid by the hand of his friend, the Adullamite, to receive his pledge from the woman's hand. But he found her not. Then he asked the men of that place, saying, Where is the harlot that was openly by the wayside?
Where's the harlot that was openly by the wayside?
They said there was no harlot in this place. And he returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in this place. Judah said, Let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found him. And it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar, thy daughter-in-law, had played the harlot, and also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, Bring her forth and let her be burnt. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, By the man whose these are, am I with child? And she said, Discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the signet and bracelets and staff?
She said, By the man. Who these are? Am I with child? He said, Please discern. Discern who these are. Because if you don't discern and you don't acknowledge these things, I'm going to die. The signet, the bracelet, and the staff. Tamshi.
And Judah
acknowledged them.
And said, She had been more righteous than I.
So there is certain times where a woman may be more righteous and have thought more righteous than a man. There are times. But it's up to the man to acknowledge it and recognize, man, you know what? You're right. It'll make you more no evil, it'll make you a better person. For you to recognize the fault, your fault, and recognize the fact that you was wrong. Go ahead, read.
She had been more righteous than I.
She had been more righteous than I.
Because.
But you know what? The thing is that a woman may recognize that she was more righteous than she recognized that, but she still maintained her humility. She didn't step in the man's face and say, I was better than you. I'm right. See, I'm a woman. No, she didn't do that. Yeah, there is certain times where a woman could be more right than a man, but that ain't hold no. But she didn't come out of her place. She still maintained her womanly virtue, her integrity. Because there are times where women may say certain things. You know what, man? I didn't think about that. You know what? She's right. Sorry, sister, you're right, man. Hats off to you. You're right. And it happens. It happens a lot of times. That's right. No, but they maintain their virtue. Right. Tom,
she had been more righteous than I.
Because
that I gave her not to Shelah, my son.
Because I didn't give her Shelah, my son. Judah didn't make an excuse and say that I forgot. Man, I forgot. He said, man, you know what? She's more righteous than me. Why? Because I didn't give her Shelah, my son. For why? For her husband. Because she was supposed to be waiting for Shelah, and Tamar's only objective is to what? Get a seed. To raise up seed for her dead husband. Come, see?
And he knew her again no more.
And
it came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb.
She had twins. Read.
And it came to pass when she travailed that the one put out his hand.
Go to Psalms 103. Psalms chapter 103. Hold that right there. Let's stay there. It said, and it came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb. And it came to pass when she travailed that the one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound upon the hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. The children, the twins, are moving around in the womb. One went and stuck his hand through. The next thing, she put a thread, he sticks it back in. And then they continue. See, their labor was different than the woman's labor today.
That's right.
Today, a baby can't be moving around like that when it's time to push out. You know why? Because the best way to deliver that baby is the head. Come out the head position. You can't coming out breech. My brother came out breech and it tore. I mean, it could rip you. It could hurt. You could hurt yourself, man. So, but our forefathers, our mothers didn't go through that. They'd deliver that baby anyhow and then come out anyhow.
Flying in there.
I don't know how, but
all types of stuff.
It said, that's right. And it came to pass the man, as he drew back his hand, that behold, his brother came out, and she said, how hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee, therefore his name was Pharez. And afterwards came out his brother that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was called Zara. Psalms chapter 103.
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name.
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Do what? Bless his holy name. The Hebrew word for within me, right? Within me means to approach. Quadab. Quadab means to approach or that comes near. All that approach or that comes near me. How do we come near to God? How do we approach God? You begin to approach God when your righteousness begin to elevate. When your righteousness begin to get elevated. And that's how you get close to God. People wonder, I want to be close. In order to get close to God, you have to relinquish and get rid of Get rid of iniquity. Get rid of presumptuous iniquity. Stop sinning presumptuously.
Yeah.
Then that's when you begin to get closer and closer to God. Closer and closer to God. Tamshi.
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits.
Don't forget the things that God did for you. Don't forget the things that how God has delivered you. Don't forget these things, because when we tend to forget the things that God did for us, then we have to uphold ourselves to a certain standard to show God that you're thankful for what God did for you. Gratitude. In order not to forget all of God's benefits, we have to maintain a thankful heart. I said we have to maintain a thankful heart. When you are thankful, you will never forget the good that a person did for you. You will never forget the good that God did for you. When we tend to forget the good that people do for us, we are not of a thankful heart. We are not of a thankful heart, man.
That's right.
It emphasizes the importance of recognizing God's gracious act. We benefited from God and we forgot. I said we benefited from God and we forgot. We forgot the things that God did for us. I done forgot the good that you did for me, and I repaid you evil. I didn't remember.
Who forgiveth all thine iniquities? Who healeth all thy diseases? Who redeemeth?
Who forgiveth all thine iniquities? Go ahead.
Who healeth all thy diseases?
Who healeth all thy diseases?
Who redeemeth thy life from destruction?
Wait a minute. Who redeemeth thy life from destruction? Okay. Recompense. Right? It means your benefits, your dealings, your recompense, right? Recompense means to make amends for someone or to give back or return something in kind, either as a reward or punishment based on one's actions. Based on your actions, you can tell what's your recompense. Based on your lifestyle, what you're going to receive. Based on how you live, based on how you're living with God, you'll be able to pinpoint what's coming to you. Okay? Top sheet, verse 3.
Who forgiveth all thine iniquities?
Who forgiveth all thy iniquities?
Who healeth all thy diseases?
Who healeth all thy diseases?
Who redeemeth thy life?
Now, to pardon, it means to forgive for an offense without penalties. See how many times God done pardon us and forgive us? Forgive the nation of Israel. Forgive them with no penalties, with no punishment. We tempted God how many times? Top sheet, verse 4.
Who redeemeth thy life from destruction?
Who redeemeth thy life from destruction? The Hebrew word for destruction is shakat. Who redeemeth thy life from the pit, from destruction. Redeem it means what? To extricate from. To extricate from means to free or to remove from destruction. What people talking about when you die, that's it. No, when you die, that's just the beginning. Now, according to the decision of God, could tell whether God will send you to utter destruction or he will redeem you from utter destruction. I want to be redeemed. Tom, see, we should want to be redeemed. And the only way to redeem ourselves from utter destruction is to adhere to his laws, commandments, and statutes. Go ahead, read.
Who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies. Verse 5. Who satisfieth thy mouth with good things.
Who satisfieth thy mouth. Who fulfills thy mouth with good things.
So that thy youth is renewed like the eagle.
The
The Lord executed righteousness.
The Lord executed righteousness. The Lord does righteousness, do it righteousness,
and judgment for all that are oppressed.
All that are oppressed.
He made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel.
He made known his ways unto Moses. Moses has been revealed. God has revealed some of the intricacy things about his character and his ways that we don't even know. Moses knows things that was not even written in the book. Huh? In his acts unto the children of Israel, verse 8.
The Lord is merciful and gracious.
The Lord is merciful and gracious. Merciful. Mercy. Rakum. Compassion. Mercy is compassion shown towards someone, even if it's in your power to punish or harm. Those are the people that you show mercy to. Huh? Compassion is sympathetic pity. Sympathetic pity and concern for the suffering of others. So if you are not concerned for our next person's sufferings, then you don't have no compassion. You don't have no compassion. That's the reason why Ezra was concerned for the nation. And the nation was evil. The nation was wicked. But the angel told me, he said, stop being concerned about that. But this was just a godly trait that was in Ezra. It was a godly trait in him to be concerned for his people, even though they have fault. They're wrong. The angel had to tell me, listen, man, don't stop worrying about the wicked and what's their portion. Worry about the righteous. You have to tell them that. Go ahead, read.
The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy.
So, yes. So now, God made known his ways and his character and his will to Moses by gaining a more profound understanding of God's nature and how he governs. This deeper knowledge allowed Moses to lead God's people. That's why he was fit. He was fit for that. That's why he was so impatient. And lead the people according to the Creator's guidance and purpose. Tamshi.
He will not always chide.
He will not always chide. And guess what? That is the same word that is in Genesis 6. He will not always chide. He will not always strive or contend. So when you go into Genesis 6, verse, you can stay with me right now. When you go into Genesis 6, verse 6, it says, it came to pass, right? When men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. That the sons of God, right? The word for the sons of God is B'nai Ha-Elohim. B'nai Ha-Elohim is God, is the creator. That's why there's a difference when it says Ha-Elohim or Elohim. Elohim can also mean judges or men. But when it says Ha-Elohim, this ain't talking about men. This ain't talking about judges. This ain't talking about leaders and heads and officers. This is talking about the creator. The sons of God were angels, right? It said they took themselves wives out of all they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man. All right? Now the Hebrew word for strive, right? It means to judge or to punish, right? Shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. Okay? Now, it says that he shall not always strive with man, bishagam. Le'olam bishagam, for in his error. Shagam means in his error, which means God is our fourth. Listen, God is not going to charge us I mean, you're being charged, but he don't strive and contend with us in all our faults. He don't strive and contend with us and judge us according to all our faults, because he's a merciful God. But we can't play on that. We can't play on these things. We tend to play on the mercy of God. Our forefathers never voiced or said it was an error or a mistake. They said, I have sinned. Once they found out their violation, they recognized their sin. They said, I have transgressed. I have sinned. They went straight to it. Not no mistake. Not no error. I sinned. That's why King David said, I have not wickedly forgotten thy law. Because to forget the laws and the commandments of God, it denotes wickedness.
Neither will he keep his anger forever. He hath not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities.
Go back to that verse.
Verse 9.
Verse 9.
He will not always chide. Neither will he keep his anger forever.
Neither will he keep his anger forever. Are you going to stay angry forever? No, not God. You got to let it go sometimes. The same thing like man. We don't stay angry for years and years and 10 and 5 and 15 years, but we do. We hold things over people for years, and we refuse to let it go. Those are not godly traits. Oh, well, I don't like him because, well, I don't like him. Okay, so when are you going to let it go? When are you going to let it go? You want God to let it go on you, right? Do you want God to remain angry with you like you remain angry with this person? See, we want God to be show mercy, but you don't show no mercy. You want God to show compassion, but you won't show no compassion. We hold our anger until only God knows when. Oh, well, I don't like him. That's your friend. That's your friend, but I don't really. Chill out, man. Chill out. That shows that you need a lot of work with yourself. Okay? Learn to move on. You gotta learn to move on. Let it go. You cannot better yourself with God holding on to grudges. That's called a grudge.
That's right. That's right.
That's also a grudge.
That's right.
When you hold displeasure and hold things within yourself, which allows you not to interact with the person. So because you won't interact with the person because of you holding a grudge. And guess what? The grudge turns into hatred. What's wrong with us, man?
And now I hate my brother and my sister.
We are sitting here and we're not receiving the lessons that comes off of the Bima. We don't receive these lessons. We just sit here just to hear and listen. I observe the Shabbat and you get up and you keep walking like nothing. But everything that's being spoken about goes in one ear and out the other. These teachings is to better ourselves with God. This teachings is to better ourselves as a person. Learn to let it go. Prince Zakaria gave me a very good example. He said, you got this pot of water here. He said, is the cup of water heavy? I said, no. He said, keep holding it. And in time, it will become a burden. In time, it will be heavy. And then soon, the arm is going to get tired. That's what grudges does. In time, it weighs your spirit down. And it breaks you. Gotta let go, man.
And then you hate that man.
That's right. Where we at?
Verse 10. He hath not dealt with us after our sins.
God ain't deal with us after our iniquities. I said, God didn't deal with us after our own iniquities. He didn't deal with us that way. So why we continue to deal with each other like that? I said, why we continue to deal with each other in a form of hatred? where I'm ready to pick out every fault. Right? He did this, he did this, he did this. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us, man?
Too much sin.
Tom sheet.
He hath not dealt with us after our sins,
Uh-huh.
nor rewarded us according to our iniquities.
Mm-hmm.
For as the heaven is high above the earth,
But as the heaven is high above the earth,
so great is his mercy.
so great is his mercy. You see the distance from heavens, from the heavens of heavens, from the earth. He said that's how great God's mercy is. That's why he's called the all-merciful one. Tom sheet.
For as the heaven is high above the earth,
Uh-huh.
so great is his mercy toward them that fear him.
Uh-huh.
As far as the east is from the west,
Uh-huh.
so far hath he removed our transgressions from us.
Uh-huh.
Like as a father pitieth his children.
Wait a minute. I said, we'll read that over again.
Like as a father.
Like as a father
Pitieth
his children. You know what that is? He was comparing the love of God. He's making a comparison of God's love and compassion for those who fear him. It's like the tender and sympathetic love of a father. That what a father has for his children. God compared that love of a father towards his children to the love of God that he had towards his people that fear him. I said that fear him, that was the key. Because God don't love the world. The world is living contrary to the laws and the commandments of God. And when we live contrary to the laws and the commandments of God, then guess what happens? God hates you and he despises you. So God don't love the world. God only loves those that fear him.
That's right. That's it.
God only loves those that fear him and keep his commandments. Isn't that what Exodus 20 said?
That's right.
He said, love me and keep my commandments. He said, love me and keep my commandments. So if you love God, you will fulfill these laws, commandments, and statutes. But when we go contrary to these laws, it denotes hatred. You can't pity someone if you have no concern for them. You cannot have pity for someone that you don't have concern for. So in order for me to love you and pity you and have compassion and mercy and do all these godly attributes that shows the character of God, you have to have concern for a person.
That's right.
And if I don't have no concern for you, I'm not going to have no mercy and compassion and love and pity for you. That's why love, God said, he said, I'm dealing with the people that don't consider. We ain't got no heart. Huh? No heart.
Yeah.
Hmm? That's right. Brother Zacharias said something with wisdom. He said, when the father is disappointed or angry at his children, it doesn't mean he stops loving them. No. It's because he loves them. Hmm? He said, so is the love of God. Where do you think we get it from? Right. Same character. Same character. But I read in the book where it says, God said, he said, I hate you.
That's right.
He said, I hated you. God said, I hated you.
That's right.
Why? He said, what did God say to Saul? Huh? He has rejected him. When you go into the Hebrew, it means to despise. Huh? We have read in the book where God has said, I have despised you and hated you. Why? Because you hate God. That's in the book. Yes, man. Yeah, God won't love us. But listen, there's so many things. It shows the ways of God inside here, man. Huh? That denotes love. The ways of God shows love. Shows that he has the mercy and the compassion and all that, man. Let's read.
Verse 14. For he knoweth our frame. He remembereth that we are dust. As for man, his days are as grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourishes.
But you know what? While God is punishing us, you think he felt good doing it? God didn't feel good punishing us.
It hurts me when I hurt you, son.
God didn't feel good that he had to put you in jail. He don't delight in those things. He don't delight in the death of the wicked. He don't delight that you're in pain and suffering. And I gotta put you through this just so that you can acknowledge your fault and your wrongdoing. He don't acknowledge that, man. So even through God's punishment, he still don't care. He still care. He still, yes, keep warning you and warning you and warning you, hoping that you make the rightful corrections with yourself.
Don't delight in the death of the
No, he don't. Time sheet.
As for man, his days are as grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourisheth. For the wind passeth over it, and it is gone.
What
And the
verse, right?
place thereof, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And the place thereof shall know it no more. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to
The mercy
everlasting
of God is from everlasting to everlasting.
upon them that fear him.
Upon them that fear him.
And his righteousness unto children's children, to such as keep his covenant.
And his righteousness unto children's children. To who?
To such.
Not to anybody. To who? To such as what? As keep his covenant.
And to those that
And to
remember
those that remember his commandments.
to do them.
The
Lord hath prepared his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom ruleth over all. Bless the Lord, ye his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of the word. Bless ye the Lord, all ye his hosts, ye ministers of his, that do his pleasure. Bless the Lord, all his works, in all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul.
Go to Job chapter 8. You can start when you get it.
Job chapter 8. Then answered Bildad the Shuhite and said, how long wilt thou speak these things?
Notice that God got angry with Job's friends, not because of what they did, not because of what they didn't do. He was angry with them because of what they said. He was angry with them because of the things that they voiced out of their mouth, certain things that they said out of their mouth that they shouldn't have said and voiced. This is why we got to watch our words. I said, this is why we must watch our words, because sometimes we say certain things and we end up trapping ourselves. And then God's anger begins to get kindled upon you. Okay, go ahead, read.
How long wilt thou speak these things, and how long shall the words of thy mouth be like a strong wind? Does God pervert judgment? Or does
God pervert judgment? What do you mean by perverting judgment? To pervert judgment means to alter from its original course. To alter means to change from its original course, from its original meanings or state, to a distortion or corruption of what was first intended. So we begin to change the meaning or the state, right? Distortion is the act of altering something out of its true, natural, or original state. You change, that's right. Corruption is a form of dishonesty. Tom sheet.
Or does the Almighty pervert justice? Verse 4. If thy children have sinned against him, and he have cast them away for
the
their
Almighty
transgression.
Pervert justice. Zedek, meaning justice, righteousness. Now, what is justice? Justice is just behavior or treatment to conform with what is morally upright or good. Righteousness is to have a just and reasonable basis when dealing with matters. So when you're dealing with matters, you have to judge, you have to deal with certain matters according to the judgment of God. We have to deal with matters righteously. Okay, go ahead.
If thy children have sinned against him, and he have cast them away for their transgression, And if thou wouldest seek unto God betimes, and make thy supplication to the Almighty, and if thou wert pure and upright, surely now he would await for thee, and make that happen.
Read that over, verse 5.
If thou wouldest seek unto God betimes, and make thy supplication to the Almighty, and if thou wert pure and upright, surely now.
Okay. So, if thou wouldest seek unto God betimes. Notice the Hebrew word for betimes. Tishakir. Tishakir means to seek early in life, to look for diligently or earnestly for. All right? Soon as you hear the word of God, or this God is God, how do you inquire? Do you continue to seek and inquire of God? If thou wouldest seek unto God betimes in your early life, and make that supplication to the Almighty. The supplication of God means to implore favor. To implore favor, to entreat. To implore means to ask someone to do or not to do something in a very sincere, emotional way, which means you're begging God not. Please deliver me. You're begging God to do something in your favor, an act of kindness beyond what is due. That's what a favor is, right? To entreat means to plead with, especially in order to persuade. Go ahead, Tom Street.
If thou wert pure and upright, surely now he would await for thee.
If thou was pure and upright. Ain't nobody pure today. Ain't nobody pure today. The Hebrew word for pure is zak. It means clean. Right? Pure, it means free from vidiots. Free from vidiots, weakens, or pollutes, or anything that pollutes. Free from moral fault or guilt. Now, what is vidiots? Vidiots is anything that makes you faulty or defective. Vidiots is anything that makes you faulty or defective. Now, what causes us to be faulty and defective by God? One of the things that causes us to be faulty and defective by God is sin. So when we transgress and break a commandment, break these laws, commandments, and statutes in this book, we become faulty. We become faulty and defective by God. Okay? By the addition of something that impairs. Now we become impaired. Okay? All right? Now, what causes us, what weakens? What do you mean by what weakens? He said, not able, when we are weakened in the eyes of God, then we are not able to resist the external forces or withstand attacks not firmly decided. What are the external forces? What are the attacks that we go through? It's a spiritual thing. When those ideas and those thoughts come to our mind that is contrary from what God said, that's the attack that we need to fight. Okay? Vacillating. Vacillating means what? Wavering between different opinions. Wavering between different opinions or actions. To waver, it also means to fluctuate, to waver in the mind, to waver in your will or feelings. Okay? To pollute. When we become polluted, it means to defile or to be corrupted. Right? To make physically or spiritually unclean. And this is why God gave us these cleanliness laws when we end up touching something that's unclean. And God said, wash, we need to wash. Because this is an uncleanness that only God can see. So when we are unclean, we need to go in that water and wash. So that uncleanness can get up off of us. Okay? Upright. The word upright. Now, where we at now? We at verse. Okay. If thou was pure and upright, right? The Hebrew word for upright is yashar. Yashar means straight, correct, pleasing. So what does it mean to be straight? What does it mean to be upright? When you are exhibiting honesty and fairness, free from extraneous matters. Honesty meaning being straightforward, adhering to facts, straightforward, not deviating, free from evasiveness and forthright. So what is evasiveness? Evasiveness means avoid commitment or self-revelation. Self-revelation is the act of showing your own thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Okay? Tamshi, if thou
wert pure and upright, surely now he would await for thee, and make the habitation of thy righteousness.
If we was pure and upright, when we call and when we set up these prayers, God is gonna pop out. He'll come immediately, but he takes his time because he don't see pureness in us. We ain't upright. God take his time coming out for us when we call because we ain't pure and we ain't upright. We ain't right. Tamshi.
He would await for thee and make the habitation of thy righteousness prosperous.
Tamshi. Job chapter 8, verse 7.
Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
He said, what? Read that over.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
Inquire. What verse was that?
Verse 8.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age. Go ask your father's father. Go to the age. Go to the old heads.
Yeah.
The ones that was there before you. And
prepare thyself.
And prepare thyself.
To the search.
To the search of your fathers, of their fathers. Because they're going to keep going back and back and back to show you the ways and the customs, godly ways and godly customs of their fathers and of their fathers' fathers that don't exist now and today.
That's not here now.
That's not here now.
Go on.
The ways and the customs of our mothers that was 20 years ago, those ways and those customs don't exist now. Let me give you an example. It shows shame. It shows real good shame. I was going, my aunt passed away. Me, and I forgot which one of my brothers came with me. We went to our aunt house to move her furniture. Me and my brother, Chief Mika. And we seen a box with some small little like paddings. So I looked at the paddings. I don't know what these paddings is. And I see my Aunt Grace. I said, Aunt Grace, what is this? You know what the paddings are? The paddings was for women that her nipples don't go protruding out of her shirt. Those are coverings. When you put on the shirt, you see how a woman put on a shirt with no bra and you see their nipples? That was a shame. That was her shame for her to come outside like that. So when she had a t-shirt on and she ain't had no bra, she would take those paddings and cover her nipples so that her nipples, and you can't even tell that she had. See, women don't even have that type of shame.
We didn't even know that existed today, bro. We didn't know that existed.
You gotta show them nipples today.
They pierce them and they want to show them.
So that's the style today.
Show them.
Tamshi.
But we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow.
Because of our days upon earth is a shadow. You see it today, the shadow now, next thing is gone. We don't have no time to be playing around with God, man. We don't have no time. No time. Let's read.
And know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow. Shall not they teach thee and
Shall not they teach thee?
And tell thee.
And tell thee.
And utter words out of their heart.
Utter words out of their heart.
Can the rush grow up without mire?
Can the rush grow up without mire? No.
Can the flag grow without water?
Can the flag grow without water? You know what the mire is? Mire is like swampy areas. Now, we didn't have swampy areas in Jerusalem. Rice grows in swampy areas, which means that rice did not grow in Jerusalem. There were certain things that did not grow in Jerusalem.
It was important.
They didn't have most things. A lot of things was imported in. Tom, see?
Can the rush grow without Maya? Can the flag grow without water? Whilst it is yet in his greenness and not cut down, it withereth before any other herb.
Tom, see?
So are the paths of all that forget God.
Oh, so are the paths. He compared the path of all those that forget God.
And the hypocrite's hope shall perish.
And the hypocrite's hope shall perish. The Hebrew word for hypocrite is kanef. Kanef means what? To be profane or imposter. He says, so, where we at?
Verse 14.
Okay, so are the hypocrite, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish. Tom, see?
Whose hope shall be cut off, and whose trust shall be a spider's web. He shall lean upon his house, but it shall not
Wait
stand.
a minute. So a profane person, their hope, they have no akari. They have no hereafter. They have nothing to look forward to. So now we have to live our life not being profaned by God. To profane means to be common, like the world, worldly thing, like the rest of the people. Okay, go ahead.
He shall lean upon his house.
He shall lean upon his house.
But it shall not stand.
Now the Hebrew word for lean is sha'an. It means to support. He shall lean upon his house. It also means to support. Now what does lean mean? It means to rely on, support, or inspiration. So you think your husband don't rely on you to fulfill certain things, to fulfill godly things in the house? Yes, the man relies on this woman to do certain things. And he leans upon her because he relies upon her. Who else the husband gonna rely on?
Rely on each other.
We rely on each other. That's right. Tom, see?
He shall lean upon his house, but it shall not stand. He shall hold it fast, but it shall not endure. He is green before the sun, and his branch shooteth forth in his garden. His roots are wrapped.
He is green before the sun, and his branch shooteth forth in the garden. Read.
His roots are wrapped about the heap, and see it the place of stone. If he destroy him from his place, then it shall deny him, saying, I have not seen thee. Behold, this is the joy of his way, and out of the earth shall others grow. Behold, God will not cast away a perfect man.
God will not cast away a perfect man. You know what the word for cast is? Ma'as. It means to despise. It means to refuse. It means to reject. It means, he said, God will not despise or hate a perfect man. Which means if you ain't whole and perfect with God,
you're despised.
You will be despised by God.
Yeah.
He will hate you.
Yes. Talk about it, brother.
Read.
God will not cast away a perfect man, neither will he help.
God will not cast away a perfect man. Read.
Neither will he help the evildoers.
Neither will he help the evildoers. Wait a minute. You know what's the word for help? It's Yah-Chazik. He said it means to strengthen or to grow firm. Neither will he strengthen a person that does evil. Neither will he cause you to grow firm in God. You will not grow firm because you're evil. You will continue to be weakened. And God is going to lead you astray towards your own stubborn heart. Go ahead, read.
Till he fill thy mouth with laughing and thy lips with rejoicing. They that hate thee shall be clothed with shame.
They that hate thee
shall be clothed
with shame. They that hate thee shall be confused. Bullshit. It means confusion. God will confuse you. Anytime we denote and show hatred for God, God confuses us. Now we read the book and we see everything other except for what it really means. God has confused us. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1. It said, they that hate thee shall be clothed with shame. and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught. Proverbs chapter 1.
The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction.
To know wisdom. Go ahead.
To know wisdom and instruction.
To know wisdom and instruction.
To perceive the words of understanding.
To perceive the words of understanding. Instruction. You know what's the word for instruction? Musad. Musad is learnings, right? It also means learning. It's knowledge acquired through experience, through what you study, or by what you was being taught. It also means discipline, warnings, admonitions, reproof, discipline, the ability to control one's feelings. That's when you are disciplined, when you don't move according to your emotions. When we continue to move according to our emotions, we are not disciplined. We do things and we say things in our anger according to our emotions and how we feel, and it shows no discipline. Okay? Because we allow our emotions to drive us, and push us towards doing the wrong thing. It says the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weakness. Overcome your weakness. We all got weaknesses in us that needs to be overcome. I got weaknesses in me. And whatever you're weak at, don't give it. Don't give yourself that. Don't feed.
Deny it.
Don't feed what you are weak at. I'm weak in doing certain things. Why do I continue to go around what I'm weak at?
Stay away from simple wine.
The ability to do what is right, despite temptations to abandon it. I said the ability to do what is right. That's when you are disciplined, despite temptation. Regardless you're being tempted, I disciplined myself to disregard the evil temptations and push towards God and do the things that is lawful and right by God. What is the warnings? Your warnings are what? Advance notice. Advance notice. Before the trouble, before the storm, you've been warned. Don't do this. Don't move like this. And we go and we move and do according that's going to bring this atrocity, right? He said advance notice that indicates possible or impending danger or other unpleasant situations. Admonition, authoritative counsel, or warnings against faults. Reproof is a negative comment, rebuke, or criticism for a fault, a formal expression of disapprove, reject, to condemn. Instructions, Torah means instructions. Detailed information telling how things should be done. That's what the Torah is. The Torah, which is these laws, commandments, and statutes, gives us detailed information how things are done. The things that we shouldn't do, how we should live, how we shouldn't live. Read that verse over.
To know wisdom and instruction.
To perceive
the words of understanding.
To perceive the words of understanding. Being able to understand. To understand, the Hebrew word for understand is bina. It means reasoning. The action or process of using logic to form conclusions or explanation. Not using your emotions. Not using your feelings. But using logic. Okay? Using logic to form a conclusion or explanation. Where we at?
Verse 3.
Right? Verse 3. Time sheet.
To receive the instruction of wisdom.
To receive the instructions of wisdom. Haskel. It means prudent. It means to be circumspect. Now, what does prudent mean? Prudent means being discreet, cautiousness, sagacious, circumspection. as to danger and risk. The ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of godly reasoning. Not just any reasoning, but godly reasoning. Cautiousness means what? Being careful. We're not careful. We are not careful enough.
No.
We take chances with God. We take chances with his laws. We're reckless with God's laws. We are not cautious enough when we're dealing with the laws and the commandments of God. Being careful and thoughtful to avoid danger, to avoid mistakes, to avoid risk, avoiding rash decisions, thinking before acting, considering words before speaking. He said thinking, before acting, and considering your words before speaking. That's being cautious, man. But we need to be cautious with God and man, with each other, because I don't be afraid to offend God. You should not be okay with offending God. You should not be okay with offending each other. All right? Discreet. It means careful and circumspect in one's speech or actions, especially in order to avoid causing offense, which means you must watch what you say. Watch the words that comes out of your mouth.
That's right.
Watch the things that you say. Watch your actions, because the words and my actions, I may offend God or a person. Okay? Sagacious, an inspirational person. Mental discernment is the ability to make a smart judgment or observation about something, perceive the difference, and recognize the truth. Circumspect means be wary and unwilling to take risk. Be wary and unwilling to take risk. Careful to consider all circumstances and possible consequences. If I say this, it may start this. So therefore, I'm not going to say it. If I do this, it may start this. This may happen because. So therefore, I'm not going to do that. We have to consider these things when we call ourselves prudent, because these are the ways and the customs of a person that are prudent. Okay? Time sheet, where we at?
Verse 3. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity.
And equity. Time sheet.
To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion.
Verse 4. To give subtlety to the simple. What is subtlety? The Hebrew word for subtlety is adamah. It means prudence, right? And we went through the definition of what prudence is, right? Go ahead.
To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man,
knowledge and discretion. What is discretion? Discretion is behaving or speaking in such a way to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. Be more discreet in your words, because if I'm not discreet and if I don't use discretion, I can offend people. I can blurt out and say things that may offend someone. And you telling yourself, oh, I didn't offend him. I didn't do it. Yes, but that person felt offended. It's not how you felt is what matters. It's how that person felt when you said what you said. And that's what matters. So if that person felt offended, you offended them. Tom C.
A wise man will hear.
A wise man will hear.
And will increase learning.
And will increase learning.
And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel.
I said, a wise man will hear and will increase learning. By him listening and hearing, he going to learn. He said, shall attain unto wise counsel. The Hebrew word for wise counsel, right, is takbulot. Takbulot, it means steering or guidance, right? That's what wise counsel does. It guides you. It steers you. What is steering? Steering means to control the course of oneself. Inhibitory control means controlling our automatic urges. Controlling your automatic urges by using reasoning, godly reasoning, according to the laws of God, which means your behavior, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and everything that stirs up within you with your thoughts must be under control using the laws and the commandments of God, which means you got to muffle it. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't be thinking this way. I shouldn't be moving this way because it's not godly for me to think this way. It's not godly for me to continue to move this way. It's not godly. Tom Sheet.
To understand a proverb and the interpretation.
To understand the proverb and the interpretation.
The words of the wise of their dark sayings.
The words of the wise and his dark sayings. The dark sayings is talking about the parables. Go ahead.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
The fear of God is the beginning of knowledge. I said the fear of God is the beginning of knowledge. But a lot of us don't fear God. I said a lot of us don't fear God. Because to fear God is to be afraid to offend God. Be afraid to speak lies. Be afraid to do things that is contrary from the book. Tom Sheet.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Fools despise wisdom and instruction. I said fools despise wisdom and instructions. Fools despise discipline. Huh? Tom Sheet.
My son, hear the instruction of thy father.
Hear the instruction of thy father. Those are instructions that you would never read in the book. Those are your father's own instructions. And there are instructions that your father will instruct you on that you ain't gonna find. But those instructions will save your life.
Right.
Tom Sheet.
And forsake not the law of thy mother.
And forsake not the laws of your mother. Don't abandon the things that your mother said.
For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head.
It shall be an ornament of grace. The ornament is a frontlet. Go ahead.
And chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
If sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Because we have a tendency of inveigling or trying to bring in people in your foolishness. He said, don't listen to that. Don't get recruited. Don't allow yourself to get recruited in this foolishness.
Don't become an agent.
Huh? I said, do not allow yourself to be recruited in an ungodly act. Sister called me, hey, sister, look. Hey, you see that sister over there? And she, oh, wait a minute. Stop. Stop, sis. Stop. Please. If you feel any way about that sister, go tell her. Please don't come to me telling me nothing. Because now you put me in a bad predicament. And it's only right that this other sister gonna think something different. She gonna think. So now I gotta come and clear my name. Say, listen, sister. Oh, listen, brother. It wasn't me. Don't hold that against me. I wasn't the one talking about you and saying this and saying the other and saying this. And guess what? If you have any godliness in you, you will acknowledge that.
Yeah.
You will acknowledge that. And not hold these things against me. Because I came to you in the severity and the truthfulness of my heart. No, it wasn't me. Not me. Don't come to me and talk about no other brother. Don't do that, man. You feel some way about a brother, you go to him and tell him that. Don't come to me and add me in that. Where we at?
Verse 11.
He said, sinners entice thee. Don't consent. Don't go off with these people and their evil, abominable ways. And then you sit down and listen. Because when you sit down and listen, you makes you the same. You agree with it. Can't sit down and listen to this foolishness. Go ahead.
If they say come with
If
us,
they say come with us,
let us lay wait.
let us lay wait for blood.
Let us lurk privately for the
Let
innocent.
us lurk privately for the innocent without cause.
Let us swallow them up alive as the grave.
That's right.
And whole as those that go down into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
We shall find all precious substance.
We shall find all precious substance.
We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us.
They got an evil plan going on here. There's a whole group of these people that are planning something, and they done got a whole group. They done entice many followers to follow them. Read.
Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them.
Walk not in their ways, my son. Don't follow after their ways, my son. It's the instructions of a father to a son. Read. Refrain thy foot from their path.
For their feet run to evil.
Their feet run to evil.
And make haste
to shed blood.
Surely in vain the net is spread.
Surely the net is spread in the sight of any bird. The trap is set. Tom, see?
And they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privately for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain.
So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of unjust gain. God just gave you a description of a person that is greedy of gain, that have gained profit unjustly. They would do anything for money. A person that is greedy of gain would do anything to make money. This is why you have Israelites that come up with an excuse to work on Shabbat. This is why you have Israelites that do things just for the betterment of themselves because they are greedy of gain. God just gave this wise man just gave us a description of the ways of a person that is greedy of gain. Tom She.
Which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without.
Wisdom crieth. You know, the Hebrew word for crying, it means to forewarns. Wisdom warns. Wisdom cries. Wisdom forewarns. It warns you according to the evil.
She uttereth her voice in the streets.
She uttereth her voice in the streets.
She crieth in the chief.
Wisdom is everywhere. And she continues to cry and forewarns. But we refuse and we reject wisdom. Because we tend to lean according to our own wanting ways. I said we tend to lean according to our own wanting ways, and we reject that wisdom that comes to us. Go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
In
the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorn is delight in their
How long? You simple ones. Ain't nothing wrong with being simple. You know what's one of the definitions of being simple? You are without knowledge. I don't know. I don't know. Adam and Eve was simple. She got tricked in her simplicity. She got tricked with her without knowledge, with her not knowing. That's why the serpent was able to trick Eve. That's why he was able to trick her. But that was her only sin. That was her only downfall. That was her only downfall. Eve was a good woman, man. Righteous and godly woman. That's right. She only messed up one time. In her innocence. In her innocence. It wasn't presumptuous. When she came out of her innocency is when she ate and partake from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You ain't read nowhere else in that book where she messed up. Nope. You ain't read nowhere in that book where she messed up again. She ain't messed up no more. Adam, he ain't messed up no more. Their only iniquity or their only fault was when they ate from that tree of knowledge of good and evil. Eve is not a liar. She didn't lie. She didn't know what lying was. So why can we call and say that Eve is a liar when she was innocent? She didn't know what lying was until she ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
That's right.
So when she said, God said, I believe she said. I believe God said that. Because that's my mother. We go and call Eve a liar. Why don't you call Sister Ribquah a liar? Call your mother a liar. Go in the house and call your mother a liar.
Yeah, for having thing you do.
Call your mother a liar for having you, the brother said. And you're right. I agree with that. Because you're calling Eve a liar.
That's right.
And we talk against men and women in the book that we could never live up to their standards. You will never meet the standards of Eve. The men today will never meet her standards. I'm not even going into the men.
That's right.
You can't meet Eve's standards.
All right. All right.
You know what she saw?
She spoke with God.
Wait a minute, man. I said, do we realize and know before the consumption of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the knowledge that Adam and Eve had and what they saw in the beginning, how they witnessed, what they witnessed. When they ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, certain knowledge was took. God took certain knowledge from them because now they done violated themselves by partaking of that tree of knowledge of good and evil.
She seen God, man.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She seen God.
She seen God.
He said, I hid from you.
I'm telling you, man.
She seen God.
I wouldn't put it past both of them, man. They seen things that we would never see again.
That's a different world. That was a different
Leave Adam and Eve alone.
They live in a different world.
Come on, man. You're going to mess around and cut yourself off talking about these godly and righteous men. You talking about Eve's a liar. You's a liar.
Everybody come from them.
Let's read.
How long, you simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorn is delight in their scorning.
The scorn is delight in their scorning.
And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge. The Hebrew word for scorning, it is a scorner, and it also means a disagreeable person. It means a disagreeable person. When you continue to disagree with God, with man, and the book. Let's read.
Turn you at my reproof.
Turn at God's reproof. Turn at God's reproof. Turn at his chastisement. This is what God is waiting for. When God chastises us, God is looking for us to start turning. You keep making frequent visits to the hospital because you haven't bettered yourself before God. You haven't been better before God. So God will keep bringing you back into the same place that you hate. It's that hospital bed. Because you are not acknowledging the things that you are doing before God that God hates. We don't have that mindset, you know.
That's the mindset, man.
We don't have that mindset. You know what's that mindset? Man, I'm just sick. No, God is making you sick and putting you in that position because you are doing things that God hates, and he gave you time. He gave you time so that you will be able to see your faults and say, wow, I messed up. I shouldn't have did this here. I did this, and now this is why I'm here in this position now. Bethink yourself when you go to the hospital. Bethink yourself, man. And I didn't gain that type of mentality playing with my nails. Yeah. You know who taught me to think like that? My father. Yeah. Anytime something or some type of mishap, he stopped. What did I do? There's something that I've done before in the past that's bringing this upon me. Yeah. What did I do? What am I doing? That God keep bringing me back in this place.
That's right.
That God keep doing this to me. Why? There's a reason why, man. There's a reason why. Let's read.
Proverbs chapter 1, Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof.
Turn at the chastisement of God. Turn at the reproof and the chastisement of God.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
Wait. We just hear that? Read that again.
Behold, I will pour out my
spirit. No, back up.
Turn you at my reproof.
Turn at the chastisement of God.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit.
You mean to tell me, hey, when God chastises you, and you turn at the chastisement of God, that he will pour his spirit upon you? Listen, man. Yo, now I see why he was so strong. Where I will look at him and I will say, where did you get this fear from? Why? You know, because God already said, if you change, if you become better, if you take heed, if you improve at my chastisement, if you become better at my correction. You see what God did with the 70 elders? How he took the spirit of Moses and he put it upon the 70 elders. That's what God gonna do with you. He gonna take his spirit. He said, nah, this nigga here. He said, I chastise him, and he listened. And he hearkened to my chastisement. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna straighten him. He said, let me put my spirit upon this guy here. So he can stay that way. Yeah. Man, read that again. Woo!
Turn you at my reproof.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold,
I will pour out
my spirit upon you.
And will make known
man, you ain't got no goose pimples behind that? Yeah. You ain't excited?
I'm screwed up right now, bro. Screwed up right now, bro.
You hear that, man?
Yeah.
That ain't no joke, man. Let's read.
And make known my words unto you.
That's it. He said, I will pour my spirit upon you, and I will make known my words. I will reveal certain things to you in this book that nobody sees. When you read it, you won't see it. Then when you reveal it, nobody's going to agree with you. You know why? Because it ain't for them. Right. What God revealed to you is for you. It's not for everybody.
That's why they don't believe it?
That's why they continue to eat blood. Okay. That's why people continue to say when they cook the meat over an open fire that the blood drips. But when the meat is full of blood and you add fire to it, it cooks in. It congeals. It don't cook out. The only thing that drops and drips is the fat. So you gotta get the blood out before you add fire. I said, you gotta get the blood out before you add fire. Meat is not naturally red. When you get the blood out, the meat is gray.
There's no such thing as red meat.
No such thing as red meat.
It's called bloody meat.
That's blood. Red meat.
Tom C.
I will make known my words unto you.
I will make known my words unto you. God is going to make known his words to you because when I chastise you, you hearken. You listen. When I reprove you, you listen. So why should I turn my back on a person like that? Why should I turn my back on a person that when I chastise him, he regards and take heed to the chastisement? He said, I will pour my spirit upon him. Time sheet.
Because I have called and you refuse.
Because I have called and you refuse. How do God call? When you hear about the laws and the commandments of God and you don't hearken. You don't do it. You don't make no changes.
Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But he has set at naught all my counsel, and with none.
He has set at naught all my counsel. You know what it means? Tifri'u. It means to neglect. But ye have neglected all my counsels. You have rejected all my counsel, and with none of my reproof, you don't want or you don't desire the proof of God. Chastisement is the path of life, is in the way of life. You cannot live this way of life without being chastised. You cannot live this way of life without being rebuked. That's part of us being whole and complete with God.
That's right.
Because everything we do as a people is not going to be right because we don't got it all. We don't know it all. And everything ain't going to come to you. Sometimes God will move someone to tell you something.
That's right.
And it's a message for you.
That's right.
And they don't got to be a Hebrew or an Israelite.
That's right.
A heathen can come to you. Just like a heathen went to my brother Zakari. He said, you want to be a saint? He said, don't never lie.
Never lie.
Was it? Oh, those are Zakari. Yeah, Zakari. Dude went to him. He said, man, Zakari said, I don't know if I'm Adam. And the dude said, he said, you want to be a saint? Don't never lie. And he true. It's right. Because if you lie, you can't be just. If you lie, you can't be upright. If you lie, in Psalms 101, he said, a liar will not tarry in my sight.
Right.
In the Hebrew, it don't say that. In the Hebrew, it says a liar will not be firm. A liar will not grow firm. You will never get strong in this way of life, being a liar.
That's right. I'm always sitting above.
Yeah, the dude came to him. He don't know him. Went to Prison Car. He said, you want to be a saint? He looked down and he said, don't never lie. I said, damn. I said, that's a message, brother.
Yes, sir.
That's a heavy message. That's a message from God.
Yes, sir.
That's a personal message. Tom sheet.
I will also laugh at your calamity.
Oh, man, you see what God said? Because I rebuked you and chastised you, and you didn't hearken or take heed, now I'm going to laugh at your calamity. When it go down, and you end up in the hospital, and you end up in jail, or I left you in that bedroom all in pain, excruciating pain, and you're crying out to God, but the pain begin to increase. Because as the pain increase, so is your iniquities. God said, I'm going to laugh and joke at you. Laugh at you. He said, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes. You don't really fear. Because the fear is fake. That's why he mocked. Tom G.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me. But I will not answer.
Oh, wait a minute. You see, when we decide to call on God,
Finally decide to break down.
you see, when we finally decide to call on God, God got to break you down. And by then, most of the time, it's too late. You know, sometimes we can cry out to God and it could be too late. It could be too late. Because God done hedged up the way to where we can't find our way back to God. Because we don't reach a whole level of wickedness, a point of no return. Don't get to that point. You reach a point where God don't want you. I said you reach a point where God don't want you.
That's how Israel lives today.
That's called cut off.
Yes,
It's called cut off, man. It's called cut off. I'm going to be godly. I'm going to be godly. I'm going to be a saint. I will be saved from the pit. Me, personally, me. I don't know about nobody else, but I got to save myself.
Yes,
You got to save yourself.
Yes, sir.
We got to save ourselves, man, because it's not a game. Life will not continue on this earth forever. There come a point in time when everything living must die.
Everything dies.
You think it's a game?
Everything.
I say it comes a point in time where life will not continue on this earth. In the prophecy, it said, God said, I will create a new heaven. God said, I will create a new earth. That ain't happened now.
Are there signs of being cut off?
Are there signs of being cut off? Yes, there's a sign. There's signs that's being cut off. Because one of the definitions of being cut off is nikrita. Nikrita, it means to be cut off, to be estranged. When you alienate yourself from God, when you continue to sin presumptuously after someone done told you this is wrong, and you continue to walk in a presumptuous way before God, you see the blood in the meat. You don't need a blind man with wooden eyeglasses could see that there's blood in that steak. And Chief Hoogle takes the steak and put it on the grill. And he cooks the steak on the grill being red, which is the blood. And then he tells you that the blood cooks out. Because when you add fire to bloody meat, it don't cook out. It congeals and cooks in. But we continue to eat that. You're cut off. Anytime we sin presumptuously, you're cut off before God. You're cut off. I'll go into the definition of cut off. Right? You gotta find it. Because I don't want to. Okay? So, but where we at? I'm going to go into the definition of cut off.
Proverbs 1.
Verse
29.
29.
Read.
Go ahead, read it.
Proverbs 1, verse 29. But they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
For they that hated knowledge. We hate knowledge. Yes, we hate knowledge. Knowledge is what? The know-how. How to do it. How to perform it. Okay? Instructions. That's knowledge. And we hate knowledge. We despise the knowledge of God. Right? And go ahead.
And did not choose the fear of the Lord.
And did not choose the fear of God. We didn't choose that. Go ahead.
They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof.
They would none of my counsel. They didn't desire. They didn't want nothing to do with the counsel of God.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
Therefore they shall eat of the fruit of their own way. Which means what? God is going to give you your own wanting ways. God is going to give you the lust of your own heart. Go ahead.
And be filled with their own devices.
Go ahead.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them. Verse 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them. And the prosperity.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them. Read.
And the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
The prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Read.
For whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
That's it. Time sheet. Read it.
My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and lifted up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasure, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord.
All right. He said, my son, if thou wilt receive my words, if you accept the things that I say, accept my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Because you can't, once you incline your ear, you got to begin to fulfill it. You got to begin to be able to fulfill the things that you don't heard.
That's right.
That you don't heard.
That's what happened.
Okay? If you hear it, but you are not putting it into action, you didn't hear it. You ain't hearken it. Tom sheet.
Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and lifted up thy voice for understanding. If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasure, Then thou shalt understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of
He
God.
says, so that thou, in verse 2, go back to verse 2. So that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge and lifted up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures. Verse 5.
Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom.
For the Lord gives wisdom. God is the one that gives wisdom, but wisdom only comes through the performance of the laws of God.
Right.
I said wisdom only comes through the performance of God's law. So if I'm not performing the laws of God, what wisdom do I have? My wisdom is going to be according to my own. It's going to be my own wisdom. It ain't going to be the wisdom of God. Oh, that brother's wisdom. He's wise. No, he ain't wise. Look at how he lived. Look at his lifestyle. Tom, see?
For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous.
He laid up sound wisdom for the righteous.
He is a buckler to them that walk upright.
He's a buckler. He's a shield. He said he's a buckler and a shield to them that walk uprightly before God, which means God will protect you. All you got to do is be upright, be just, be upright, be just, be upright with God, be just with God, be just with each other.
Just period.
Be just, period. Go ahead.
He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment.
He keepeth the path of judgment.
And preserveth the way of the saints.
Preserve the ways of the saints. You mean to tell me there ain't no more saints? Who said that? You mean to tell me there ain't no more pious ones here? No, there's more pious. There's more men here that are pious. There's more men. There's men here that are on that path. That's why the earth ain't been destroyed yet. You still have godly men and righteous women that's pursuing God, that wants to pursue God. You still have women that, listen, there ain't no man brought her here. She was seeking. She was looking. Ain't nobody taught me this. I was looking, and God led me here because I was searching. And that's how they coming now. That's how they coming. Tom, see?
Then shalt thou understand righteousness.
Then shalt thou understand righteousness, judgment, equity, yea, every good path. You will be able to understand the ways of God. I say you will be able to understand the ways of God because you're looking for it. You're looking for it. You're trying to find it. I haven't found it yet. So I got to continue looking. Never tell yourself you found it. You ain't never find it.
And you got it all.
Never. You ain't never got it all. Because the time when you find it, you stop looking. There's still more to be found. There's still more to find. There's still more to dig up and find. Yeah, I found this, I found it, but there's more to it. Oh, I found this, but there's more to it. There's always more to it. You ain't gonna never get it all. So continue searching. Continue searching and investigating. Continue searching and investigating. Look, man. Look, man. Look, you ain't gonna never get it all. Over how many years? 20 years. 30 years. And God still revealing certain things to us about the laws and the commandments of God. He's still revealing things. He's still revealing things to us about these laws, commandments, and statutes. But God, open your eyes according to it in time. In time. No, I'm not going to show you this. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Come on, man. Let's do it. Let's read.
When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee.
Discretion shall preserve thee. Discretion will preserve you. It will make you last longer. Well, go ahead.
Understanding shall keep thee.
Understanding shall keep thee.
To deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
Understanding shall keep thee to deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
From the man that speaketh forward.
From the man that speaks forward things. From the man that speaks perverted things. Watch your conversations.
That's right.
Watch your conversations and the things that you get into. Begin to talk about because it's contrary from what God said.
Right.
So when I talk about it, guess what? Anything we talk about has an effect on your spirit.
That's right.
I said when we talk about certain things, it has an effect on your spirit. This is why God commanded us to talk about the law. He said, talk about these laws when you rise up, when you lie down, when you walk by the way. Because that also will have an effect on your spirit. By you continuing to talk about these laws, you're talking to yourself.
That's right.
You're talking to the evil that is in yourself.
That's right.
Tom Sheet,
Who leave the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness.
who leave the path of uprightness to walk in the way of darkness. But a lot of people do. And guess what? People leave off from the ways of God to walk in the path of darkness and then blame you. The reason why I'm not doing law is because of you. You did this and you did the other and you did this and you did this one and you did that. And then you hear people with no knowledge. Well, I'm just tired of all these Israelites. You know what? I ain't doing this no more. What? What do God got to do with the people? The people are evil. Not God. Not his laws. But we blame God.
That's what you want.
And then we turn our back on God.
That's your brain.
You know why? Because your brain is warped.
Yeah, warped. Your brain is
It's warped. People should not allow you to turn your back on God.
That means you never wanted to serve God.
That's right.
Tom Sheet.
Who rejoice to do evil
Who
and
rejoice
delight
to
in
do
the
evil?
forwardness of the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Whose ways are crooked, and they forward in their paths. To deliver thee from
Whose ways are crooked and they forward in their path. Tom Sheet.
to deliver thee from the strange woman.
To deliver thee from the strange woman. What made this woman strange? Because her ways were strange. Her lifestyle was strange. Her customs and her traditions were strange. So she's strange.
Even from the stranger was flattered with her words.
From the stranger that flattered with her words, she talk a good one. Made me believe or made you believe that she wanted this. That she wanted to live this. And she showed and she imposed a character that made you believe one thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Which forsaketh the guide of her youth.
Which forsaketh the guide of her youth. Who's the guide of her youth? The one that guides you. The one that guides you and show you the ways of God.
Yeah.
The one that guides you and show you the customs of God.
That's right.
Of how to think, how we should move, how to gain the attention of God. That's the guide of your youth. Because wisdom will come to him first. Wisdom will come to him first. You know how I know? When wisdom cries, let's hold up. We got a lot of places to go here. No, listen to this. Okay? Why I said wisdom will come to the man first. But the book says, I ain't speaking this from my own mouth. God said, Solomon said, wisdom goes to the man first. Does not wisdom cry? And understanding put forth her voice. She's standing at the top of high places. By the way, in the places of the path. She cried at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. Wisdom will go to the men first. And because when wisdom comes to the husband or comes to the men, then the man in return guides his family. He guides his wife according to the wisdom that God gave to him. And he guides his children according to the wisdom that God gave to him. which makes the husband or the man the guide of your youth. Go ahead.
Well broken down, brother.
Which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God.
You forsook the guide of your youth, and then you abandoned the covenant of God. You forgot your agreement. You know what was the beginning of the agreement? God went, he said, Eve, he shall rule over thee. He said, he shall rule over thee. When you are ruling, you command your house and order your house according to the standards of God. According to these laws. Go ahead.
For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto death, unto the day. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that thou mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright
that thou mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the path of the righteous. For the what?
For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it.
Okay, now cut that, and we're going to go to one more spot. And I'm going to come down. Okay. Okay. Psalm, Proverbs 7. Proverbs chapter 7.
My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments.
He said, my son, keep my words. Hearken to my words. Hearken to my command. And lay up my commandment with thee. Don't forget it. Read.
Keep my commandments.
Keep my commandments and live.
And my law is the apple of thine eye.
Keep my commandments and live. And my law
is the apple of
thine eye. Read.
Bind them upon thy fingers.
Bind them upon
Write them upon the table of
Write them upon the tables of your heart.
Say unto wisdom.
Thou art my sister.
And call understanding.
Thy kinswoman.
That they may keep thee from the strange
woman.
That they
may keep thee from the strange woman.
From the stranger.
Which
flattery with
her words.
For at the window of my house, I
looked through thy casement.
And beheld among the simple
ones. I beheld among the simple ones.
I discerned among the youth.
I reasoned with the youth.
A young man void of understanding.
A young man that lacks a heart.
Passing through the street. Near her corner. And he went her way to her house. In the twilight. In the evening. In the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot. And subtle of heart.
Late night
Trick, a trick or a strategy intended to ensnare or trap.
Late night.
Subtle of heart. He said, it says the attire of a harlot. The garment or the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart.
She is loud.
She's loud.
And stubborn.
And she's stubborn, which means she's unyielding. She won't yield to the one in authority.
Her feet abide not in her house.
She's always in the streets. I want to go here. Where you at, girl? I'm outside. We outside.
Everybody will be outside.
And then when you look at them, she look like outside.
Yeah, brother.
The liquor and the marijuana has taken a toll upon this poor soul that's arrived. It has taken a toll upon this poor soul. Outside, drinking, smoking, and sleeping with lollydaggy. Anybody. Looking, she's 25 and she's looking like she's 40.
Yes.
Washed.
And loud.
Laundromat.
Laundry zone.
Go ahead, read.
Now is she without, now in the streets.
Now she's in the streets.
At every corner.
The sister said, hot girl summer.
Wow. Listen to all those songs.
Hot girl summer. Yo, go ahead.
So she caught him
So she caught him
and kissed him.
and she kissed him.
And with an impudent face said
With
unto
an
him,
impudent face, she said to
I
him,
had peace offerings.
I had peace offerings.
This day have I paid my vows.
I have paid my vows. You know what she mean by that?
Oh, she's not on her.
I'm just getting off my uncleanness. When the woman came off the uncleanness, they brought up an offering. This is why I'll never forget what my father said. He said, if a woman in her uncleanness, at the end of her uncleanness, brought up an offering, then he told my sisters to do what? Confess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Confess at the end of your ministration.
That's right.
Because it's also sin. It's iniquity.
Yeah.
Yes, it's iniquity. Eve wasn't getting unclean. No. Uncleanness didn't come to after iniquity set foot on earth.
That's right.
She wasn't getting unclean.
She wasn't.
She wasn't getting unclean. Go ahead, read. What? Oh,
Scripture 15.
15.
Therefore came I forth to meet thee, to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
Uh-huh.
I have decked my couch with coverlets,
I had decked my bed with coverings of tapestry. Uh-huh.
with striped cloths.
With
of
carved
the
works. With fine linen of Egypt. Uh-huh.
I have perfumed my bed
I had
with myrrh.
perfumed my bed with myrrh and aloes and cinnamon. Uh-huh.
Come, let us take our fill of
Let us
love.
take our fill of love.
Let us solace ourselves.
Let us
with love.
solace ourselves. Uh-huh.
For my husband is not at home.
Uh-oh.
He's going on a long journey.
Uh-oh.
He had taken the bag of money with him.
He had taken a bag of money with him.
He will come home at the full moon.
Uh-huh. He had come home on a day appointed. Uh-huh.
With
With her much fair speech.
causes
She
him
caused
to
him to yield with the flattering of her lips. She forced him. Time sheet.
He goeth after her straightway.
As an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks. Time sheet.
So narrow strike through his
Liver.
liver, as a bird hasteneth to the snare.
Uh-huh.
Know it not that it is at the cause of his life.
Uh-huh.
But therefore, ye children, hearken unto me, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thy heart decline to her ways.
Go to the
Not
next
stray in
chapter,
her
chapter
paths.
8. Doth not wisdom cry,
Does not
and
wisdom
understanding put forth her voice. Uh-huh.
in the top of high
She's
places,
standing
by
in
the
the
way,
top of high places.
where the paths meet, she standeth.
Uh-huh.
Beside the gates, at the entry of the city,
Uh-huh.
at the coming in of the doors,
Uh-huh.
she crieth aloud.
She cried aloud.
Unto you, O man,
Unto
I
you,
call,
O man, I call. And my voice to the sons of men. So again, wisdom is going to come to the men first. Go ahead.
O ye thoughtless,
Oh, ye
understand,
simple.
understand prudence.
Understand wisdom. And ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Huh? Go
Hear,
ahead.
for I will speak excellent things, and the opening of my lips.
For I
shall
will
be right
speak
things.
noble things. For I will speak excellent things, princely things. Certain things ought not to be spoken about. Certain things should not be in my conversation. I'm learning that now. Certain things I shouldn't be conversating because God hated it.
That's right.
So if God hated it, I can't conversate in these
I'm
things.
learning that too.
I can't talk about these things. And I don't want to talk about these things.
Right, that's right.
Because God hated it, and we must train ourselves to hate the things that God hates.
That's
So
right.
we shouldn't be talking about it.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
7. For my mouth shall utter truth, and wickedness is
For my mouth shall utter truth. I said, my mouth shall utter truth. Which means what? Ain't a lie gonna come out of my mouth.
Uh-oh.
Everything that I speak or that I say is gonna be truth. Uh-huh. And wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Tom sheet.
8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness.
All the words of my mouth are in righteousness.
There is nothing perverse or
There is
crooked in
nothing
them.
perverse. There is nothing forward in them. Tom sheet.
They are all plain to him that understandeth, and
Uh-huh.
right to them that find knowledge.
Uh-huh.
Receive my instructions. not
Receive
silver,
my instructions. Accept my instructions. Accept my reproof. Accept my chastisement. Uh-huh.
and not silver,
And not silver.
and knowledge rather than
Knowledge
choice
better
gold.
than choice gold. Read.
For wisdom is better than rubies.
But wisdom is better than rubies.
No things
said,
desirable and not to be condemned.
Money and wisdom is on the same level. It said, but the excellency of wisdom is that wisdom deliver it from death. I said, wisdom deliver it from death. He said, I wisdom dwell with who?
Prudence.
Dwell with prudence. So if you don't have prudence, then you don't have wisdom. What is prudence? Prudence is the ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of godly reasoning. Godly reasoning. Now wisdom can come to you. It said, and find out knowledge of crafty inventions. The fear of God is to hate evil. I said the fear of God is to hate evil. A lot of us don't hate the evil. A lot of us love things that God said is evil and we accept it. Oh, he was a good man. He ain't no damn good man. He despised God all his life. What good is he? What good is she? Huh? He said the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, hate pride, hate arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward heart do I hate. And with that, hope I got what was what?
Brothers, that Harry said, could you expound on Ecclesiasticus 19,
Ecclesiastes
17 to 20.
Ecclesiasticus 19, verse 17 to 20. Ecclesiasticus 19. Ecclesiasticus 19, 17 to 20. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him. Yeah. You know what admonish means? Admonish means to correct. Why do we get angry at a person and why do we get away with a person without correction? You haven't even said nothing to him. You haven't even informed them. You don't even know what took place. Without admonishing and correcting, I have to approach you and ask and find out certain things. Admonish means to correct. Right? He said, admonish, 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him. And not being angry, give place to the laws of God. Huh? We tend to allow our emotions to get the best of us without giving place and honor to what God said. Huh? First. We allow our emotions to lead us astray and push us in a way without giving respect and honor to what God says. Huh? So it says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him. So you want to be accepted by God? Huh? You want to be accepted by God? Fear God. That's the beginning of God being able to accept you. You got to be afraid to offend God. You got to be afraid to do things that is contrary and opposite from what God says. All right? It said the fear of the Lord is the first step of being acceptable, and wisdom obtained in his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. Huh? Is the doctrine of life. A doctrine is teachings. It's the teachings. It's the doctrine of life. Huh? That is the way of life. The way of life is in the laws and the commandments of God. Okay? And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The tree of the fruit of immortality is the trees, those trees that's in the Garden of Eden, that God said is the tree of life. That is the tree of immortality. Huh? But the only way to receive the tree of immortality, we must fulfill these laws, commandments, and statutes. And then we must die. And then we got to die. You can accept God in the living today and accept all these laws and be upright with God and not receive the tree of immortality. In order to receive the tree of immortality, you got to die first. You got to die first. And then God will choose and gather his elect, his chosen ones, and put King David back on the throne. And everybody that God brought back, he's going to feed them with the tree of immortality. We will live forever. That's what it said. That's what the book says. That's the reward of the righteous. I said, that is the reward of the righteous. Not these now, not now. We got to die first. is all wisdom. And in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. He said 17 and 20, right? Okay, and with that, I hope everybody has gotten what was bought. And I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And call up the next speaker, Teacher D, Chief Mika, Van Level. Somebody have a question. Explain your question. Is sinning the next day? Sinning the next day? Or what? All right, Mick, answer these questions here.
Sinning the next day.
Sinning the next day or the same? So now, hold on. The first question is, do you need a priest for Yom Kippur? Yes, you do. Go ahead, explain that.
First question is what?
Do you need a priest for Yom Kippur?
Yes, in the book.
According to what the book says, yes.
According to the book, the priest is the one who confesses your sins on the head of that goat. Okay? So you need the priest to confess. No matter how much you confess, it don't matter. You need the priest there. The priest is the one that confesses all of our iniquities. Right. God equips him with the knowledge of all our iniquities. Nobody has to come and confess to that priest. It's not Christianity. He has ornaments about him, holy ornaments about him that only the high priest wears when he is in service to God. That's what makes it holy and makes him holy. Right. When these things are all this holiness is intact in the spirit world, he is able to give an account of all of our iniquities and sins. And those iniquities and sins is like a spirit, and it gets transferred through the high priest's hands, through his hands, into the head, onto the head, and into that goat. And a fit man, a just man, takes that goat, and there was a specific spot in Israel. They just called it the wilderness. It never had a name. Nobody never pinpointed. You can't go there and find it now. They knew where the spot was at. They would go there, and he would release the goat. Okay, and it will be devoured by a spirit, an evil spirit. Okay, so you need the high priest. Now today we don't have the high priest. Before we get the high priest, we have to have the name of the place where God chose for us to come and serve him and bring our sacrifices to him, bring our vows to him. We bring everything here to this spot. Somebody out there. We bring everything here to this spot. God, the last time God chose a place was in Jerusalem. That's right. But then after that, in 70 AD, God allowed the heathen to overtake it and destroy it. And we haven't had that place in functioning since then. When we face the east, what are we facing? The sun? Or Jerusalem, where the temple at. That's why we face the east. And because we face the east there, our prayers, our confessions go towards that place. But that place does not exist today. The Most High chooses a place. He said, okay, this is the spot. And here, everybody brings their sacrifices. Right? At this spot is where the high priest stays. The high priest does not leave. A high priest cannot walk abroad. The high priest stays within the tabernacle. The high priest stays where God chose to place his name. So God said, this is the place where everything goes down at. That's where the high priest and his family live. He does not exit out of that spot. You see where we take our goats? It said, bring the oxen, bring all our sacrifices that we're going to sacrifice to God. We bring it where? To the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. The tabernacle of the congregation is the place where God chose to place his name. Now, today, we don't have a place. God has not equipped us with a place. where we could take all of our sacrifices to.
Mhm.
Therefore, I'd be taking my sacrifices.
Mhm.
Sit off, I'm getting this stuff off me. Peace offerings. I'll be taking a mad peace offerings. But where? To who?
Mhm.
Who is the one that is supposed to officiate today? And if we have a priest, oh yeah, he's a Kohen. Okay, where is the place that you operate that God told you to accept the people's sacrifices? So we're lost without all of that. We don't have that. But we cannot do the things that the priests do. But we do the things that God commanded us to do. We still afflict ourselves. And when you look up the word affliction, it means to bear down, to bear yourself down, to keep yourself down, to be humble, to make yourself weak. All of this is the meaning of the word affliction. To make yourself weak by depriving yourself of food and drink. So that's how we know that we fast on that day. Okay? We can confess and fast on that day. But we don't know if that is acceptable today before God. But we still got to do it. We still got to keep the command. And hope.
That's right.
And pray with all the other behaviors that are good before God that you do, that God will say, okay, the setup is gone, but I will accept this. We don't know that. But that don't mean we don't do it.
That's right.
We just don't do the part that the priests, right now on Shabbat, the only person that deal with fire is the priest. And guess what? He don't kindle nothing today.
No.
He still don't kindle nothing because it's a continual burnt offering.
Right.
So where is our continual burnt offering today? If we got a priest, we should have a burnt offering that continually burns. Where is it today? Where is the place where this is continually burnt at? We don't have it today. Okay? People put titles upon themselves to get your money, to get status. Be careful of these things. It was all in the book. Okay, so I hope I answered that question.
Yeah.
All right? Común. Giving all praises to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. There is none holy as the Lord, but there is none beside thee. Neither is there any rock like our God. Talk no more exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumbled are girded with strength. They that were full have hired out themselves for bread. They that were hungry ceased, so that the barren had borne 7, and she that had many children is waxed feeble. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bring it up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lift it up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointing. Shalom alaikum. You may be seated. You said there was another question before I go on. I want to answer all questions before I proceed. There was another question about sin. Somebody asked about sin.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, that was, hold up.
I read something about sin and sin. Okay, come on. Any more questions?
Yeah, go on, I got you.
All right. So first we're going.
Is sinning the next day the same?
It's not understood.
Got to clear that. Whoever asked that question.
That was Netuya.
I need a clearer
Is
question.
sinning the next day or the same? I don't
Sin
understand.
is the same. Sin is sin.
Sin is sin.
Sin is sin, whether you did it last night, tomorrow, in the future, in the present. Sin is still sin.
Yeah, sin is sin.
It has to be stopped. I hope I answered that question. Okay, we're going to move straight ahead and go to the Kings. 1 Kings chapter 17.
1 Kings chapter 17. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord God of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word.
At that point in time, the Most High said, I will give you rain in due season. You know what that means? It didn't rain out of season.
Right.
Your crops got just the amount of water and rain that it needed. God did that. But when we got down to this part of the history now, okay, God said, there shall not be rain nor dew. It's going to be dry, okay? But according to my word, God said, okay, now, how I had it regularly, I'm stopping that. And it's only going to rain when I say now. And that's how it is up until now. We don't get rain in due season. Some people get rain and get what? Flooded. Mudslide. Okay? With the rain come hurricane and tornadoes and strong winds that break down houses and kill people. We don't get nobody gets that. We were the only one getting it in due season. So we just finished picking up our crops, right? Boom, 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 boom. We don't need the water now. God ain't gonna make it rain. Mm-hmm. God only made it rain when we needed it. We were dependent on the Most High for every day. Number one thing was water. We were dependent on that. There was no system, water system. There was no irrigation. Okay, the only ones that had irrigation was Egyptians. And they had to irrigate from the Nile to wherever they were at. And to take the place of irrigation, we had pipelines now. Where the source, you put a pipe there, and the pipe contains that source for miles and could bring it to you. We didn't have that. God had to bring the water to you. God had to bring everything to you. We were fully dependent on the Most High for things. He said, but God said, man has sought out many inventions. Let me clarify this. Man said, I'm not satisfied with a chariot. I'm not satisfied with my modus of operandi, my mode of traveling. I'm not satisfied. I'm going to make something better. I'm going to make vehicles that go fast. And you use this chemical that we never needed before. We never needed gas before. They didn't need gas. They used oil for their oil lamps. That was it. Now you need gas. Now you need electricity. Now you need this. He said, man has sought out many inventions. He did that to make himself comfortable. He said, you know what? I gotta get to this continent faster. So he makes a plane after the design of the bird and empowers it with a machine and an engine, what we call today modern technology. They didn't need that. That's what it means when it says, but man has sort of, God gave man whatever he needed, and that these people were satisfied. But after a while, somebody thought of making other things that we don't need God for that. We could do it like this now. We could do this like this now. And then we got it called modern technology, the modern era. And everybody thinks that this era is better than back then. At the cost of the planet. The reason why these people were healthier because they didn't have so many appliances. They didn't have, and the appliances, it was all chemicals and fumes. Yeah. Oh, that's not in the book. Yes, it is in the book. It said God had made man upright. But he still went and sought out many inventions. And those inventions is what got it with a hole in the ozone layer. Save the earth. This is happening. The earth is good. Yeah, you doing it. We doing it. Through our inventions and the wickedness. It weighs down the earth. Makes the earth cry out to God. Touch you.
And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Keresh, that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there.
That's why he said, do my prophets no harm. He said, leave my prophets alone. You know why? Because they belong to God. Their whole lives belong to God. These prophets sacrificed getting a family. Some of them had families. And when God appeared to him and said that he had to leave where his family at and go and serve God, go to wherever God made him go. He's never coming back here. He's going to be living and sitting in caves and trees in the forest, just like Elijah. And look, the ravens feed him. He said, go over there to the raven. I will order the ravens to feed you. That's why when you are totally dependent on God, and God see that, he'll make things happen for you and you only, though. And when you tell somebody else, yo, man, some ravens came and fed me, they ain't going to believe you. Just like he said, they ain't going to believe you. All these things happen only for God's servants, especially his prophets. At this time, the prophets are being chased by Jezebel, which is the wife of Ahab, who is the king. Now, these people are in charge. You can't do nothing about who's in charge. So now you got to hide. If you're a prophet of God, you have to hide. God said, go over there. You come out, thus said the Lord. You don't stay there too long. You got to go into hiding. Because if they catch you, you're dead. Do you know that? There came a time in Israel with Israelites. If you said, thus said the Lord, everybody's going to kill you. And guess what? It's like that now.
That's right.
Because when the law is being pronounced and it says thou shalt and thou shalt not, nobody agrees. It's the same action. But God said, tell them whether they're here or forfeit. Okay? Whether they're here or forfeit, you know why? Because they could never say, well, God didn't tell me this. He did. That brother came and told you. God made that brother. God made you tune in over here, and they just happen to be talking about what you violate. Yeah, it happens. And if you don't receive that, you're going to keep going on with it. Time sheet.
So he went and did according unto the word of the Lord. For he went and dwelt by the brook Keresh, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook.
Now, don't ask questions. This is what I brought this because this is not supposed to raise questions like this. How did he know if the meat was clean?
Yeah.
God gave it to him. What are you talking about? God gave it to him. Why are you questioning the meat that he ate because it came from unclean bird? Well, this is an unclean bird. It ain't unclean. It's alive. It wasn't unclean. It ain't unclean until it's dead. And he didn't eat part of the bird. See what we do? We read this book and find everything we can to go against it. Yeah. Why? Yeah. And you say you serve God. That's how you get cut off. That means you're cut off. That's the meaning of cut off. You say, oh, the Most High, but then now when God say this and God say that, you'll find a reason to dispel that and shoot it down. Yeah. He didn't eat nothing unclean. He said, yeah, man, the unclean bird. So what? So what? It was alive. When it dies, the carcass is unclean to you when you touch it. When you touch it, that's when you become defiled and unclean off of this dead animal. But because they brung flesh that they did, that you don't know where it came from, and God didn't say where he got it from. God directed the birds. You think they did that on his own? Birds saw Elijah, oh wow, let me go get him some food. God commanded these birds. They went to a specific spot that God commanded, and the food is not defiled. Stop putting things in the book. We read stuff, and I'm hearing during the week, I see stuff on Facebook, questions that's being asked, not supposed to be asked. First thing I'm going to tell you is when you read something, read the whole chapter. Read the whole chapter. A lot of times, it says why, but you got to keep reading. Sometimes you got to read the chapter before. Some of these chapters go together. Sometimes the chapter ends for you, right? You went, oh, this is the last of that chapter. We go to the next chapter. That's still a continuation of the last chapter. You have to read to know certain things and why it went down. then certain things, it don't say why it went down. You just have to accept it.
That's right.
That's being perfect. That's how Abraham was able to be perfect. I tell you something, you believe it. I told you this. It ain't happening. You never seen it happen before. It didn't happen to nobody else, but you never questioned it. That's what Abraham did. He never questioned God. Only one question he asked was, my wife is barren. My wife is barren. I only got one woman. She's barren. How am I going to have children? You're telling me about children. I'm old as hell. She's old as hell. We don't even procreate in the bed no more. There's a time when that stops. See, marriage ain't all about being in the bed. There's a time when you stop, when the babies get grown. There's a time now when they say, baby, let's grow old together. This is beyond what's going on now. This is the beginning of us going old together, having children. That's the beginning. What we going to do after they grown? They grown, they have their own lives, and we just me and you again. Right? I still got to have that same drive and love for you and that you have for me. That's supposed to be stronger because we've been through a lot. Okay? We have to go through things. I heard what you said. You said the Most High, you got to put you through chastisement. You want to correct you because you're not correct. Okay? So I'm not correct, you're not correct. We get married. We're two people that's not correct, but we still say we're going to serve God. So we're going to go through things that's going to test my mettle and test your mettle as a woman and test me as a man. But guess what? I got to stick to what God commanded in Genesis. You stick to what God commanded you in Genesis, and we're going to get along just fine. And we're going to be old. And God still have us walking around all holding hands. Yeah. How do you see that sight? You don't see that sight no more. Mm-hmm. It's a rare sight. You see old people and they're still together with somebody. Yeah. Still together. Okay. The youngin, they find anything to separate. They find anything to go off on their own. Mm-hmm. We find anything for divorce. We find anything to stop. I ain't your friend no more. We stop it, man. I don't speak to my brother no more. I don't speak to this. I don't speak to this. Look, uncles, aunts, cousins, everybody. We follow the quickest reason to stop dealing with each other. And that's why it's so easy for me to look. I don't even give you a bill of divorcement. I just go about my business. You got brothers doing that today. I'm hearing. You got brothers doing that today, and I know heathens that wouldn't do that. That's right. So the man said, hey, man, I don't want to go nowhere. It's the 7th year. I love my master. He said, and I love my wife, and I love my kids. Nothing can get me to leave you. Now we got love. Because no matter what I go through, I'm going to still serve God. So no matter what we go through, we're going to still be together. That's marriage. That's why God said, I'm not with putting apart and putting away. I really don't like divorces. And that's why David knew that, and he still didn't give her a bill of divorce.
I didn't have a lot of divorce cases in the book.
He said, bring my wife back. What he called her? Wife, not girlfriend. That's still my wife. I just couldn't make a move because her father is running the show. Her father, while he's alive, he can say who his daughter marry or not. He has jurisdiction over that. That's why Judah said, hey, Tamar, daughter-in-law, not even his daughter, go and stay by your father's house. Yeah. And she did that. Yeah. That wasn't even her father. She said, go to your father and stay there. My father's there. Or go to your brother. I don't have brothers. Or go to your mother. Go to a kinsman or kinswoman in your family and stay there. That's how it goes. I don't want you on your own. You're going to get taken advantage of. You're going to get raped. Man, he's going to talk, and then what? Put a baby in you and leave you. Go stay by your father's house. You can't look. You're locked down right now. You can't give nobody. You can't deal with nobody else because you're waiting for Sheila. That's why he said she more righteous than me. She waited, and I gave up trying to give her her stuff. I gave up. That's what Judah did. He stopped. He said, "Well, he sent the guy one time. Oh, she's not there." He said, "Man, I don't know where she at," and that was it. He was supposed to keep searching for that harlot, even though he wasn't going to find her. But you see the mindset? Nobody had to tell him he was wrong. And that's where we got to be at now. Nobody's supposed to have to come tell you where you are. You're supposed to peep it yourself. You're supposed to catch it yourself now. Okay, if somebody do have to come tell you, you know what's going to make it better for you? You know what, you're right. You know what, I don't, all right, explain to me how I sin. If you don't understand, tell the person to explain to you. And the person is supposed to say, hey, this is where you messed up. This is where you messed up, and this is where you messed up. And I'm supposed to give you a riddle, and you figure it out. But we don't rebuke each other like that. Sounds you.
And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up.
Okay, go to 2 Kings chapter 17. I just wanted to bring that part to show. See, there's a lot of things people say, oh, but that's not in the law. Okay, David was going up the Mount Olivet. He was going up to worship God. He was going up to pray and worship God, going up a mountain. He said while he was going up the mountain, he said he covered his head. So that told me they cover their heads when they pray. Okay? When they're mourning, they put dung on their heads and ashes to go even further. The woman's head was covered that was married because it said, "You shall take off the covering of her head." Okay? And in Hebrew, don't say locks, it said braids or hair. Because the men were the one that had locks. Okay, so that told me right there how we identify married women. We identify married women different to the way the heathen identify married women. How do they identify married women? The rain. Here we are. This is worldwide, right? And this is the way of the world, but not the way of God. We have to start. This is our culture. Okay? This is our culture. We have definition and we have IDs and we have things that will make us who we are to God. But we don't want to go along with none of that. We don't want to go along with that. The women don't want to cover their head. They want to show. The men, they don't even, they want to cut their hair. Everywhere where I read here is grabbed him by his locks. Nehemiah grabbed the man by his locks. Some came out. Jacob laid on a stone. He wasn't bald-headed. No bald-headed man or man with a haircut is going to lay his head anywhere. Yeah. That's your skin. It's very sensitive. You go get a rock and put all bald heads, lay down on the rock, and let me see you sleep there all night like Jacob did. It's not happening. David sent men to console a king whose father died. He thought they were spies. He grabbed them. In order for this to happen, their garments was this long. The garments, their robes were long. And they had beards, full beards. In order for you to cut half my beard, I had to have a beard. Am I correct?
That's right.
Okay. It's just common sense, man. We got to go to the book for this. It said he cut half their beards. That means they had beards.
Right. You can't be a lion like man.
It said David's men were lion like men. It was talking about their appearance and their attitude. Their appearance and attitude was just like that of a lion. If you ever watch Animal Planet or, take Najee or Wildlife, whatever, and watch those lions and how they behave. If I'm being compared to a lion got hair here, You got hair here.
Yeah.
And they call it in between here, what we call sideburn is called the mane. You're supposed to have your sideburn. Where your sideburns at, Doc? When you cut your sideburns, certain parts of your beard, let me tell you something. When you cut your sideburns, you down with the Muslim God.
That's right.
Yeah. When you cut here for the goatee and all that, you're down with the Greek God. When you cut everything off, you're down with the Roman God and the Christian God. Okay? Your appearance shows what God you serve. I don't care who, I'll call on the Most High, but how you dress show that you call on that God. Because you dress like the people who call on that God.
That's right. Dashikis is African.
Dashikis is what the men had after they got their robes cut. It said hard by their buttocks. The other parts say in the midst. Our garment is supposed to go past the middle of our body.